I pressed the button. I pressed the live button.
Yeah, morning, guys. That was my ventriloquist. We all know that C-Dub's pulling the strings around here. Anyway, how are you guys doing? I'm getting text messages already from a fellow circus animal. Morning.
Morning, folks.
Happy Sunday. It is. It's like a somber.
Honey, Smoky Corpse is on. I like
crispy critters. You must have been in the military.
Smoky Corpse.
Yeah, man. Now we know what your hobbies are. either you run a crematorium.
Crematorium? Is that what they're called?
Yeah, you know where they smoke corpses. Or you got PTSD. I'm a Marine. I get it. Or you are doing stuff that the cops need to know about.
I did not know it was called a crematorium.
You didn't know that?
I thought it was just a crematory.
A crematorium? I'm pretty sure it is. We just got launched straight into my morbid sense of humor. That's what, let me pull my pants up.
Oh no, Trust Monkey, I'm so sorry you're recovering from COVID.
Oh, it's probably just the flu. Everybody knows COVID's totally made up. Just kidding. I've caught that flu too, man. It sucks. Well, you know, we because the business is so busy, we don't really do anything. So we don't really know what's going on outside of our walls. Well, we know what's going on at the shop, but that's three doors down.
Good morning, Joey.
So. Morning, Joey. How are you, sir? Wait, I realize that if you do stupid stuff like this, it does it, and that's kind of lame, but whatever. That's the algorithm taking over life. Did it do it?
No.
Oh, let's see if it'll.
No, it's not doing it. I think somebody does that. Crispy critters.
Yeah, man. What do we?
I need to just leave now. I'm in like that mood where I'm wanting to laugh at everything.
Oh, who cares, man?
Like, I always have been a person that laughs at inopportune times, like
super inappropriate
or
times.
Like, just
say stuff like, "Yeah, he was a terrible person at a funeral," and she just cracks up, and everybody in there's like, "Oh my god, it's why this lady laughing at this dude's dead."
Terrible.
I don't know what it is, but sometimes she gets in these moods, and I forget the last time it was.
Regina said I can laugh.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You laugh
I'm laughing at Smoky Corpse and
he's smoking.
Crispy Critters.
What did we say yesterday? We just, because everything is so crazy with the business and in the United States and in the world, the only thing we do for fun is like, okay, let's fill up the gas tank and just go where there's no cell service and find people that aren't sick in the head or with COVID. That's pretty tough. So we drove until the gas ran out and we never found a place ever. Everybody's sick in the head and sick with
Laughter
COVID.
is good, especially when it's inappropriate. From Plastico Flamingo.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Just saw your comment a minute ago too. Thank you for the compliments. Compliments. When we were driving around yesterday.
Thanks, Frank. EDC gave us $2. Oh, he sent us a really cool blade. We'll have to show it off later.
I'm gonna tell you something, Frank EDC. Everybody in the shop wants that blade.
Yeah, everybody wants
the blade. So I gotta buy the blade from you, and we need to talk because I like it a lot, and it looks kind of.
We need to talk because Tim's moving you here.
Guardian 2.0 ish. I mean, look, you'll be further away from World War III if you move here, so I'll sponsor you if you want to.
Jacob is on. He said it's epic. Yep, he works in the shop. He loved it too.
Epic. Intermillennial speak. Thanks, Jacob.
Epic.
Epic. You goon. You're fired. So we just, my suspender popped off. Weird.
That's not good advertisement.
Yeah, well, they never pop off. My belt's super loose because I'm carrying like 8 million pounds of stuff on my.
What blade are you carrying today?
Oh, you want to see it? I'll show you. Look at it.
Oh, I never put the second camera on. Go back into your place.
I was just standing here like an idiot.
No, go back to your place. I have to set it up. Go back to your place.
No, you're home, boy. This is the Agent 3. So we're going to do the old school style. Holy shimoly. And these are the...
Mark Kane gave us $50.
Thanks,
Got to
Mark.
start this live off right. Thank you, sir.
That's right, man. You got to pay me to shut my stupid face before I get us all canceled. Anyway, this is the Agent 3. So as you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but these came in. So done from nickel boron heat treatment. Everything is done. But these screws came from Sky Cross. They're the brass, copper? No, these are brass. I thought they looked really good on the black. So anyway, I've been carrying this thing. It's wicked, man. It's a cutter. The guy who designed this really should start a knife company.
$99.99 from Josh for brunch.
Thanks,
Yay,
Josh.
yay.
I was just text messaging Josh. He wants me to invoice him for something that's like ultra rare. And I said, I'm stalling.
What?
I can't even tell you, man. I can't tell you because you'll make me do it. No, I'm trying to get closer to the release of this. So.
I did add the second camera if you want to go over there.
It's too late now. It's already been ruined.
Okay. There it is.
So that's the Agent 03. What I really like about it is this thin edge. And it gets razor sharp edge, but...
Hey, Fish Wrench is on.
Hey, Fish Ranch is on.
Well, we didn't respond to his email yet, I don't think.
It's probably because we get 8 gajillion emails.
Hey, yeah, you're welcome to come on by Fish Wrench. Did you want him to work here or just...
No, because then I'd have to train him, and then that would be 3 new employees in 3 weeks, and I would like to get some blades out and not have to train somebody new. You just stand there and look cool.
Well, you got when Brandon Maples came, he didn't say anything much. He just kind of...
It was so, like, it was in the middle of, like, we got to get these 500 blades out. He was probably super overwhelmed, like, whoa.
No, it was nice having him.
It was, yeah.
He didn't interrupt or anything. Everybody kind of kept working.
Yeah,
But there are sometimes that people come and they do slow you down a little bit. Like, you know, y'all want to all show off your guns and look at all your cool toys. And...
See, that's CW speak for... If you come and don't bring your toys, because everybody's going to stop work and she'll kill us all.
But you're absolutely welcome to come. We'd love to meet you in person.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put you to work.
You weren't awkward, Brandon.
Stuff.
We love you.
No, you weren't. You were just a dude. I mean,
yeah.
You're just a normal guy.
Not awkward at
just
all.
Being a normal human.
Look, if anybody's awkward, it's me. I'm the most awkward person.
No, you're
in the
not.
world.
No, I'm the weirdest person.
So, where can they get those screws?
Skycross. He'll be on here. I never got pricing on them. Do you want to sell them? Do you want to manufacture them for me? I don't really know, but they're awesome. So the beryllium copper screws are in manufacturing process by Don M. He's a patron also.
No, you weren't in the way, Brandon, at all.
Big shop, dude.
Nice to have you.
No, it's fine. I mean, I know it wasn't as entertaining as it could have been. We were crazy busy when you came, man. It was crazy. And we'll be crazy busy when the Fish Rancher comes too. But
so
that's
Chad
just what
K,
happens.
because I know I'm going to butcher his last name, Jack.
Okay, he's fine.
I don't know how to say it. He's like, I can't believe there's blades left for sale. Here's why. We didn't really do...
We didn't advertise
We
them.
didn't do a lead up. Like we typically will... Each blade gets like 3 or 4 shorts. Each blade gets a dedicated video. Each blade gets a ton of attention. And we were just like, here's 3 new blades.
Yeah, if we put out there that the reverse time tool is for sale, it will be gone. But, I mean, I think a lot of people were anticipating the August 1 drop of that stuff, which I don't know. Do we even need to do that now? But August 1 is supposed to be Stalkers and Piranhas. We've got most of the Stalkers from, April out? Most. The Piranhas, the sheets are almost done, so we should be shipping them.
Carl says, at T.Kell Knives, loving my striker that I won on Discord, been carrying it every day. Except for we messed it up.
What happened?
That was one of Jacob's on the spine engravings, and he wanted the actual logo on his blade part.
Oh, the one that I did the first time?
Yeah.
With the vertical? Yeah. Jacob's new. And the problem is you can't really come down on somebody when you don't show them how to do it. So I'm just like, don't worry about it. I didn't show you. So. And
you've done it yourself.
Oh, man, I put wrong birthdays, misspelled things. We try to copy and paste now because if you misspell it, I'm going to put it on the blade exactly how you want to do it. Because if there's any interpretation, like, I think and we've had 2 people this week, like, you put the engraving on the spine and I hate it. Like, well, you're dumb, because I love it on the spine and I'm the artist. So
I like it on the blade.
I think it's super rad on the spine.
Yeah.
But
what do y'all think?
I think it's interpretive, because if it's long and it looks better on the spine, I'm just like, put it on there, because we don't have a spot that says put it here, put it there. So we are just kind of going with our gut.
Mistold is like copy and paste is a must. LOL. Why don't we do that?
Yeah, except for if I copy and paste it where you put it, wouldn't be English.
No, he's talking about for an engraving, so you don't misspell it.
I know, but all that stuff. I tried to get him to send me an email so that I could forward it on for some stuff, and I was like, this doesn't make sense.
Weld and Carry, I'm trying to grow a small channel, but YouTube keeps removing my subs. Any tips? I've seen that lately. Like, we'll get a growth in subs, and then it'll go down like 50 or 100. I don't know what's
so YouTube's allegedly cracking down on bots.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, and there's a lot of, so say you post political content, which I don't, because I like being able to stay on YouTube. And then there are these bots that are paid for by either foreign entities or people trying to influence us from election stuff and all that crap. And all these bots from these other countries or places will jump on and start commenting contradictory to sow divisiveness in the United States. This is factual. You can read it. So YouTube's trying to crack down on that, especially going into the election, and they're just wiping those.
Well, that explains it. So what advice do we have for him?
I mean, the only advice is deal with it, because if you make noise too much, they'll punish you.
We're happy to share your channel for anybody that wants to go check it out.
Unless it's counter to my beliefs.
It's called Weld and Carry. I don't know what you do over there, but
they probably weld stuff and carry thing. I do both of those, so I'm down. Whatever.
So there's his channel. Y'all go click on it. Go see what he does over there.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube is almost impossible to figure out. Like, we have some videos that have millions and millions of views, and I'm like, why that one? I don't really know. Like, you can spend your whole lifetime trying to figure out what it is, or we just make videos, and I'm like, people are not going to watch this, and they don't. Or they do, and I'm like, cool, neat, what do we do? And CW goes, something they liked about it. It also seems like if people comment,
he reviews knives. Okay,
that really helps, you know. So people talking back and forth, even if they're being like super trollish and arguing, that seems to help.
Alvaro,
they like that.
We are going to start shipping the Nighthawks from April as soon as we finish up the sheets. They're working on the sheets.
Yep. We've been
and
shipping.
Then Agent 002s, they're like really close to being ready. We have blades. We
got 130 sheets done now.
So those will be the first thing to ship, I believe, from this latest drop.
Yep. And then so we're still trying to get caught up from the Raiders are still not done.
No, Rob, we don't have the Sapper colors yet, but we will.
No, we'll get the Sapper color grips when those come closer to being done. We try to break up manufacturing and purchasing, because if I bought all the stuff for all the things, we would be completely out of business. That would be what's going on with that. Is Pete's Sake on here? Have you seen him on here yet?
Pete's Sake, are you on?
Are you on? Coffee is freaking awesome, BTW. I don't want to say, I don't know which flavor it was, but it's awesome. CW hates you right now because she had to grind it.
I do not.
Just say, no, she hates you. She told me, I hate Pete of Sake.
He is on, he says. I is,
yeah. So, yeah. Let's talk about it right now, since it's awesome. So it's this brand, Quills. I don't know. I've never seen it before. Y'all probably have, because I sleep under a rock and I don't even know stuff. But
did you get Gray Man for piranhas in?
I think so.
I think we're just finishing up sheets on those, and then they'll go out, right?
On the bottom it says, hey, gang, fun fact, coffee is a fruit. And I'm like, well, hey, gang, you're all fruits. So Quills Coffee, our story began with a deep enthusiasm for coffee in the creative community space.
Hey, people don't care about
I wasn't actually going to read it. I was just being dumb. I was going to do it in a dumb way. So this one says Night Owl. I'm not sure which flavor did you grind up, lady. It's also, what are those things called?
Morocco.
Yeah. Morocco. Woo! Whatever she gave me was the one that said it had cherry flavors. And I walked upstairs and I could smell it fresh. Kind of like, wow, is that Pete Sake's coffee? Yeah. Anyway, it's freaking awesome.
Alvaro, I just mentioned that. Did you hear me? For the Nighthawk and the agent.
Can everybody hear me? Turn your volume up, guy. Thanks, Pete. I've been having to drink crappy coffee on the live because I ran out. And we need a bigger grinder because C-Dub treats herself every day to fresh ground coffee, and I get whatever crap is left in the bottom of the trash can. So the coffee grinder is filled with her wonderful
Alvaro,
beans.
how do you ask a question and I answer and you don't hear it? You must have asked and then left.
Yeah. Were you sleeping?
Put your phone down. No, I did say that we are just finishing up the sheets on the Nighthawks, and 002s are probably going to be the first thing done.
Oh, maybe he's deaf. I'll do it in sign language. Did you get it? They're almost done. The sheets. We're getting the Night Stalkers and the Piranhas done now. Those are going to be next. We got an inquiry. Somebody's like, just checking out why my order hasn't shipped yet from the 7th. I'm like, wow, you didn't see the giant letters that are like this itty big that said, this is a pre-order. Wait 3 to 6 months. And it's been 5 days. It takes all kinds, you know. I think that's part of what's wrong with the world is that people either don't know how to read or can't read. And it's just like, oh, the clairvoyance. Here's how our new website's going to work. You'll just pull it up, and you'll have your knife pulled up on the screen, and you'll just hover over it like this, and that shit will get ordered like, bam, woo, and it'll show up instantly through the phone like Willy Wonka's chocolate bar thing, like, here it is. I conceived that I wanted it, and here it's appeared 36 and a half seconds later. No, sorry, we still make all the blades here, so it takes some time. You don't just conceive it, and it's, of course, Oprah says.
Mom, what are you saying that to? She said heavens to Murgatroyd.
Probably me being stupid. I love that saying.
What about combatants, guys?
I'm sorry, you're breaking up. What? If you elected to not take a blim.
Yeah, but what about the April batch? Because we've shipped just about all the Januaries.
So we're starting that. Basically, that's a makeup batch.
I was so excited when we got new grips. We could ship so many of people that have been waiting.
Yeah, we've been getting lots of grips.
Anybody that was waiting on night guards, combatants from January that were like willing to wait for Gray Man. Finally, we got that in.
Mm-hmm. I got more Gray Man.
We got a bunch of the Gray Man for the. We almost were able to do all the agents that were waiting on Gray Man. There was like one person
I think
Gray Man that couldn't get Gray Man.
We are within 30 blades of being completely done of the Agent 001s. That's close, man. That's a bunch, man. We've been shipping a bunch of stuff lately. So
is Creative Clayton Clan, is that Joey? As I see hashtag I choke you.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
He was so cute saying that at Blade Show.
I love that. Need to make a shirt. I'm just too busy with everything.
Mom said Tim's so funny, that's why she was.
He's just caffeinated. When I'm not, I'm hateful.
Matthew McCann says he'll take a blend combatant.
Okay. Wait, how many do we have left? I think we got a few.
Send us an email if you're interested.
Usually, like, sometimes we'll leave the blim combatant or blim anything for, like, the guys to buy at cost in the shop. And they're like, I would love a combatant. I'm like, sorry, no.
Yeah, Cobra, that's why it just shipped. We were waiting on that to come in, the Gray Man to come in.
A snake? We shipped a snake?
No.
Parcel mouth? Scary. Yeah, the nonsense will continue as long as you leave the YouTube pulled up. Or you don't click off, it'll be here all day. Or I'll just leave. No, it's too soon. 14 minutes in. It's too quick. Well, I got questions. Let's ask some questions. Let's do. What crazy happened this week?
When are we gonna drop some more piranhas?
Oh, I only have like 100 of them built ready. As soon as I get sheets. The sheets are almost done with those from the April orders. Dustin was touching those up, making sure they're ready to go because the sheets are about this far from being ready. We just got to buff a bunch and then now I have to heat each one of them up and press either side of them and make them ship. That'll be fun. Not like I don't have enough
carbon
stuff to do.
fiber grips? Question mark.
We did them. I did a specialty run on the release of the Ops Hawk, and the company that made the carbon fiber sucks at life. So there were tons of voids, and we lost our ass on that material, and they didn't want to stand behind it.
Here's a question for you, honey. If you decided knives was no longer for you, what is something else you would like to do for a living? I
don't know. I mean, I fell into knives. It was a complete accident. Maybe I go back to the railroad. I always just, I'm an electrician by trade, so I could do that. I don't know. Anything with my hands. I like doing that.
You like the firearms. You might want to do something.
I love building and shooting firearms, but the way everybody's voting. The person
that asked about how you sign up for the newsletter, when you go on to T.Kell Knives, I just brought up the website. This thing pops up as soon as you go on there. If you have pop-ups like blocked or something, this won't pop up.
When you hit contact, I think. Is there an email sign up on the contact page?
No, it's not there anymore. So you just enter your email address there, and it'll sign you up.
I thought it was on the contact page too. Like you could sign up for email and do that.
I don't think so. My mom said you could fix refrigerators. So yeah, you just sign up there, and if not, just send us an email and we'll sign up.
Ridiculous.
My mom said you could fix refrigerators.
I could. I'm gonna throw one of them down the back stairs today, I think.
Combative training?
No, too fat.
Jordan Lohman said, I spent 3 years on the railroad. That was enough for me.
I enjoyed what I did. I was a signal maintainer, so I made probably more than most of the crafts on the railroad. And,
re-up with the Marines.
Oh, too fat, move on. Too fat, too old. Shoot,
I think show a Raider and a Bushman.
Maybe, if I feel like it. I don't really feel like it right now.
Go back to dancing, Tim.
Yeah. I just make dance noises. But Raymond just sent me a picture. He's watching the live from a hammock, and in the background is the ocean. So I'm gonna kill myself.
Jealous.
I'm gonna kill myself because I can't go to the ocean. Bring the ocean.
Raider and Bushman, honey.
No, I said I didn't feel like it. It's not either. This is a jackassery. Supreme. I don't have the new Bushman because CW sells all my personal stuff. So imagine this with the same swedge and some jimping. And
there's always OnlyFans. Oops.
Gross.
Hold on. I'm like trying to remember how to do this.
I
forget, and I do it every week.
Now you guys see her alcoholism is coming.
Mom is talking about how you fix her refrigerator when you hit it.
I know. I basically just chopped a bunch of stuff up, slammed it around, tried to put a new refrigerator in the hole, didn't fit, threw my hands up in the air, and ta-da! It miracled itself back to life.
No, I always tell Tim, why don't you just hit it like you do? Because sometimes something will be messed up and he'll just give it a bang, and there you go. Boop, it's fixed.
Ta-da! And I always tell people, don't just hit the damn thing. That's not how you fix it. I'm not like hit it with a hammer out of anger. So here's a Bushman.
Roberto Santini, that's what Tim did. He was a signal maintainer.
Yeah, I was in signals.
Not a technician, but.
Man, yeah, signal tech.
That is brimstone. Hey, I need those grips.
Hell no, dog.
I need those. We're holding on brimstone for several orders.
Well, hold. Keep holding. Here's what's going to happen. This is going to disappear and it's not going to just be laying here. Right, where did the grips go?
How about Bushman versus Guardian? That's another question. People want to see that.
Really? The only similarity between those is that they're made out of metal.
Can you please do the Raider update?
They're at Nickel Boron. Well, on the way to Nickel Boron.
So we did not find any problems with them.
Nope, none. So what we think it was is some D-Lam. So here's the Guardian and the Bushman. So completely and utterly different blades. Don't ask about the black Nickel Boron Battle Worn because the company that does that has a serious leadership vacuum. So we don't use them anymore. Cool, right? There's the two. I mean, the new Bushman has jimping here and a swedge, like the Raider. So there's the two. Those are those. Any other comparisons. My friends in YouTube.
How about the combatant on the table? I'll probably give it away.
No way, you won't give that one away.
Taylor's next to a Bushman.
Goodness, I just put it up. Freaking circus.
Don't you know people want to see your knives, honey?
They don't want to hear about my crazy ass stories.
Have you seen the Kull Voodoo and what do you think of it?
Who?
Kull, Kull / Voodoo. Is that a knife?
Probably. It's probably super famous, and because I'm like self-absorbed knife maker boy, I have no idea. I'll look it up. People just send me stuff. Look. See, this is on the same grip as the Raider platform. So that's the Taylor's Ridge, a lot deeper belly. It has the swedge now, the new ones do, and they'll have jimping also, so they'll be freaking awesome. So EDC version of a, you know, the deep belly was so you could skin game.
People are asking for Raiders
and check this out
to see those too.
Check this out. So let's do this. So let's put the Century grip on the Taylors. Now you've got a full length blade. The Taylor just looks awesome with that Century grip. And then if you don't want to put it inside, you've still got a full grip, or you can do the ring. Looks really cool. Century grip just looks awesome on certain blades.
The grip on the top is great, man.
Yeah, that's
great. Literally our most popular grip.
Yeah. It'd be nice if they would ship it to us, right? The people who make it. So, yeah, she said she'd give this combatant away. But
people want to see. No, not that combatant. I was talking about that.
Yeah.
I can't give that one away.
So, one of the guys that works at the place that cuts our G10 sent this to me. So, I sent a text to him like, I need this. He's like, damn it. I can't believe he did that. So, this is Day Glow. It is G10. And it's incredible. I freaking love it. I don't think everybody else liked it as much as I do.
How about adversary versus agent? Have you figured out jimping on the Guardian yet?
It just really depends. Like, I thought everything should have which agent. You just want to do this warning and this adversary. There we go. So the adversary's got a very compact grip, and it's my 3-finger where you get a full grip where you can't really see. It doesn't overhang any, so it's really slim on your belt, but you still get that pinky wrap.
Cheryl wants to know if you've had the screwdriver fail. He used it as a pry bar and the tip rounded off. Do we need to replace it, Cheryl?
I mean, I lowered the Rockwell on that so that it's not chippy. I guess I would say that's probably like any other tool, like a pry bar. They're going to mar rather than break or chip. But it depends on what you're doing with it. I mean, I need to take a look at it because, I don't know, you use tools and stuff and pry things. So how, I mean, I don't know. I need to look and see what you're doing. And because I've pried, like you can pry a door open, but if you want something that's not going to deform, then it's going to be higher up in the Rockwell range, and then it's going to be chippy. So
are we going to make those glow grips?
I think so. I asked him, like, hey, man, can I have this?
Hunter says, I was using my agent for steak and potatoes last night. The 002 is really slicey. I was using that to slice up like a bunch of stuff in the kitchen. It happens to be... I mean, is that a self-defense knife, or is it just like a...
I mean, so typically a Wharncliffe, if you talk to Janich, he says Wharncliffes are self-defensive because the further the tip is out... I can get this thing to focus. Maybe it'd be nice. Anyway, the further the tip is out, it gives a thinner tip. And that's in line with your knuckles. So you get more reach, and that makes it very, very slicey because you've got more blade out. Like, and the opposite, a Tonto, and it's furthest down, which means it's going to be thinner, if that makes any sense. But if you invert this, like a Tonto, it's very thick up top and thinner on the bottom, so the tip is strong. But we made these a steeper grind. So
Winston Cabretti gave you $10. Good morning, brother. My combatant shipped a few days ago. I want to thank you and your team for all the hard work to create the best affordable, functional, ergonomic, tactical blades available.
Thanks, brother. And that dude's an expert, so he knows some things. So I don't know if you can see, this is 165 thick, so it quickly goes up, but it's as high of a grind as I wanted so that you can still get that thick thumb placement on the back. but we're able to get this wedge shape, which is absolutely slices like crazy and still keeps some tip stability. So Winston got the new Combatant, and I know he's been a fan of the Combatant original for a long time. Like, I mean, early days.
Mitchell Dexter said thanks for his Piranha.
Absolutely,
he's excited
man.
to get it. He hasn't gotten it yet. You know, we traded the
yeah.
Bastinelli knife.
Yep.
That.
It's here. I have it here. You want to show it since we know he's
Might
here?
as well.
Since you're talking about it?
I'm gonna give away some merch in a minute.
That's cool, man.
Yep.
So look, I've been really impressed with, so this is, on one side, a Bastinelli, and the other side, Microtech. So two very well-known, one's an American-Italian, and one's an Italian-Italian that's become an American. So he's Italian-American, the other one's American-Italian, right? Does that make sense? What I was super impressed with was how in the world they sharpen this freaking thing, because we have
the curved blades are hard.
We struggled sharpening this thing. But one thing I do appreciate, and a lot of Italian designs, especially Bastinelli, they really round this over a lot and they shadow box their grips heavily. But that's like a Bastinelli thing. But I've also noticed Lionheart does that, and MTM, some of these other guys do it too. That heavy round over. This thing, it's comfortable.
He says it's a razor.
Yeah, I could tell. I mean, this thing's cool as H.
It is cool.
I don't want to. I'm looking at the camera, not my hands, but the deployment's easy too. It's not going to be super, super secure, but it's easy to deploy. Nasty little thing. I love seeing what else is out there in the industry and what other people are making. Because as soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's a Bastinelli. It's got his lines. I think it's cool that in a community of makers, you can pick something up and go, yep, that's a Bastinelli. And Microtech, I mean, their machining has been incredible for a long time.
I hope T.Kell makes a Tonto Piranha and Tonto Combatant.
Yeah, they're both designed. Both are designed. Tonto, Piranto, and Combatant. So this is awesome. I got to somehow figure out how to expand the wall because I got more stuff than I have room now. So that is a cool blade. I liked it a lot.
Silver Midnight. We use Bora products.
Yep. I don't even know if I have any in here. Yep. It's there. Oh, I got one out here on the gun table.
You're leaving me.
Gone. Bye. I like this stuff because it's
hashtag camo for some merch. I'm gonna give away.
Are you on this over here?
Yeah, hang on. I just put the word up. Hashtag camo.
That's the Bora product
shirt,
stuff.
hat.
We sell it on the website.
And some other merch.
Because their ingredients I really like.
Here, let me.
Beeswax, some oil, lard, animal fat, and I would think
it smells good too.
It's called
It's too
Bora.
expensive though.
It's Bora products, so it's probably pig fat is what keeps the lubricity, but it has citrus, which makes it clean really well. I really like this stuff.
But it's pricey because we don't get any. We paid.
Yeah, we pay dearly for it.
What do we pay? Like mark it up like 50 cents or something?
Yeah, just enough to pretty much get it out there because that's what we use in the shop to order the blades before we ship. So we just offer it to you guys, and I use it on my firearms too. I like it because there's some ethanol in it, so that allows it to get on there, and then the ethanol evaporates out and it just leaves the lubrication. It's good stuff. Citrus is mostly natural stuff. It smells good. You know, what is? Oh, she about knocked my coffee over, which would have been devastating.
Y'all want this camo hat or
why not
a solid color hat in this giveaway?
Yeah, I got all.
We'll let you pick if you win.
I got this camo hat, the old school one with the patch. Before I started embroidering, we got this one too. I love this one.
D Power, are you Dustin? Because he's talking like someone who works here.
I'm sure, because D Power.
We do have a couple of new guys working in the shop that are doing really
Yeah, Dustin made a trade with me this week. And C-Dub probably hates you for it because I've been nonstop buying accessories for it.
Do we still have Agent 003s in black and stock?
I don't know. I don't know. Let me look.
If you win, you can pick what kind of hat you want, and you can
We got lots of
request
hats.
any merch that you want, as long as it's not out of control.
Right. Let me see. It says there's 50 Agent 03s available.
What did you think about the Crudo snag from Stephen Clayton?
I haven't even talked about it yet. So there's 25 of each left.
Regina,
ADCLV
I
and
actually
EVA.
remembered to bring that pink knife today.
Which is shocking.
You want to show it?
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't. Tim's not too. He doesn't love this because people said it was like
It's
somebody
bubblegum
else's
pink.
knife.
Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah.
this is an early.
Oh, I don't even like that. I'm not a pink kind of girl.
Yeah.
Did you give it to me because you thought I would like pink?
No, it was left over. Nobody wanted it. And you're like, I'll just carry it.
Oh.
And you've just carried it since. But
I mean, I like some colors.
so this is the old hand filed jimping T.Kell original hand ground ADCRV. This may even be 1095 with that dark edge like that. But this is a hand filed, hand ground. These checkering.
Hey,
jimping.
Casey, we can get you a camo hat for your son.
So this, somebody, when I worked at the railroad, brought me a knife and said, hey man, I like this knife, but the steel is terrible. Can you make me one in good steel and make the handle a little bit thicker? And I'm like, yeah, let me see what I can do.
Regina said she wants it.
So I made one. This is the last of a dying breed. I doubt CW would get rid of this because this is the early
days. It has
days.
a crappy sheath though.
But I mean, you gotta understand the value of our current stuff goes on eBay. What about the old hand ground stuff that there's none made? Are you really thinking you would get rid of this?
Well, I just like people.
So this guy
I like to give them stuff.
came up and said, I was with him when he invented that. I had no idea what he was talking about. This is why I say a lot of stuff about the knife industry is not as friendly on the maker side as you guys think, because I had no idea that you couldn't see something you liked and try to imitate it and make it. I didn't know that you could. I didn't know that was ill thought of. But anyway, this guy asked me to make one, and I was like, cool, let me put a bunch of different blades on this thing. I love it. So apparently it's similar to the CRKT Minimalist. What is that maker's name? I should know better. AJ something. Foltz? Is that right? You guys, somebody.
Is there a Guardian 2.0?
Yeah, I have a resin version of it, and I freaking love the thing.
Chorizo and eggs. I used to eat chorizo and eggs like every day.
Yeah, and then she used to feed it to me, and then what happened? She quit liking me. So this is the proto resin of the Guardian 2.0.
Cobra. There are going to be some
It's
new
a freaking love, man.
Nobody
seemed to care about this either.
Sapper handles, honey.
What?
It's just going to be every handle that we have, right? Every handle color. They just aren't available yet. So people.
You can order the sapper with it, but you can't order the grips separately yet because we haven't made the grips yet. We have all the material. So,
Carl, are you going to go visit Hunter in Arizona? I thought Hunter was like a total mystery. Nobody ever sees him.
He's an international man of mystery. He cooks international food. He stays hidden from you people. He's probably the dude from the Secret Service that took that fatal shot. That's who Hunter is.
Yes, we will absolutely drop the Agent 001.
Hunter,
it's
get it?
Incredibly popular.
Hunter, he hunts humans.
What about the new Warthogs? Did they get any changes?
Yeah, jimping. The T.Kell jimping treatment. I thought the Outer Limitless blade needed it, the Accomplice, but Eric Outer was like, I don't want to do that. I'm like, okay.
Sling Fiend. Do you like slings? You won some merch.
You sling some stuff around, or you can sling your rifle.
So you just need to send us an email and we'll
get reach out. Send us an email.
Get you your stuff.
TKellKnives@gmail.com. Do it. And if we get a bunch of people saying they're sling fiend, then guess what? We're going to have to quit doing giveaways. Because I don't like liars. That's what's up. What else? That's it. I think we're probably done, right?
Yep. See y'all later.
Yeah, you guys want to hear a crazy story? Refrigerator saga. We got a refrigerator as a gift.
And comment while he's talking about what
work.
knives y'all want me to give away. Because I haven't fully decided.
Refrigerator didn't fit. This is where the refrigerator whisperer thing came in. We were trying to replace one. It didn't work. So it didn't fit. So I tried to talk C-Dub, who is incredibly fiscally responsible. I'm like, look, just take the refrigerator. I've been trying to get you a decent appliance forever. We've already bought it. We don't have the time to deal with it. Let's just keep it. So we drove around with this refrigerator for about 200 miles, right?
FLN, I could do that, Agent.
So anyway, we get back here with the fridge, and C-Dub's like, I might take it. I'll probably take it. And then I'm like, okay, cool. But then I like unload the thing by myself from the trailer the next morning because it's going to pour rain. And then I'm like, I don't want to do this in a thunderstorm, but I only have like 4.5 minutes before the guys show up for work. So I get the thing close to the porch, and then she's like, I want to take it back. And I'm like, okay, cuss word, cuss word, cuss word, cuss word, cuss word. We'll just take it back. I don't even care. So I move the thing again by myself down and try to stuff it under the deck in the back to keep it out of the weather and wrap it up in plastic.
OG combatant.
And we decide yesterday, yeah, the OG combatant is not near as good as the new one, but I guess if you want it, that's fine. Oh, we don't have any.
All right, so I'll give away a combatant next because I have a couple that I do have a couple here.
Not the originals though. The only originals you
Somebody wants me to give away the adversary. Could we pull one from inventory and give one away for future batch?
No, I think we should probably finish the batch and make sure that they don't get lost in the mail before we give away a. You want a plastic one? We'll do it. We'll have to adversary when they're done, so that we know that they're good to go, right?
Okay.
Because you know what's going to happen is the blade will be fine, and we'll be done with them, and then half the batch will get lost in the mail, and then we'll be like, "Oh crap! Shouldn't have given that one away because we're one short." So that's what's probably going to happen with the adversaries. That's what happens with everything at T.Kell Knives. The post office hates us, and so does the world. Anyway,
do you have an accomplice to show?
No. Where did that go? I had that. I found it this week.
I did get an FLN back too. That
I found the accomplice. I think it's at my desk at the shop, which has now become someone else's desk. Again.
Ordered a Guardian. Heard you mention jumping. Is it too late to get that? Is the Guardian going to have jumping?
I'm pretty sure all of them have it. I need to make sure. I don't remember if I made the move to be like, hey, they ordered one with or without. Jeremy may be on.
What trade secrets will CW give away on this live? I'm trying to learn to keep my mouth shut.
But we don't want her to, right? That's part of what makes it fun.
There's so much I want to say all the time, and then I'm like, I can't.
Mostly it's to try to be nice to the community. And we have to be like, ooh. So I'm talking about how terrible they are. Not the watchers, the fellow making community. It's I've said this a lot. The knife making community just makes a bunch of really sharp stuff to stab each other in the back with. But then they're like to the face, they're like super nice to the public. I'm like, gosh, guys, we're probably successful because we're nice to everybody.
Thanks, Sean.
You should think about being nice and not being terrible to each other. But you know, they'll take each other out, so that's fine. Whatever. Survival of the fittest. I told the guys in the shop we're gonna do that for promotions in the shop now. Every Friday we're gonna do like Hunger Games. Everybody pick their knife and just fight to the death. Like, oh, cool, you're the foreman now.
Are we going to Seneca Serpent says the textile maker community is similar. It's probably like that with any
behind
industry.
the scenes.
Yeah, like everybody is just
ripping each other off, and they see something works and they completely copy it. And then the thing is, the fans in the blade community are much nicer than the fans in the firearm community that I've seen.
High vis off the wall, grab it.
No,
Tonto.
I'm just gonna look at it. I don't think it's a Tonto. It is a Tonto. Man, how do people zoom in
Scott
like that?
Anderson wants to see it. It's a Tonto, Scott, the old school. I
Yeah.
don't think we have any of those left.
No, we have none left.
We might have one.
We had one left, but Jacob gave it to the new guy without asking, so we just let him have it.
Yeah, and then I was like, that was our last one.
Yeah.
It's got topo engraving on it.
And it's accidentally a shiny topo, but I kind of like it.
That's actually a good looking blade with the orange handle.
No, you can't have it. We discontinued this because it never sold. It's one of my original blades. I really freaking like it. And it just didn't sell. And I'm like, why? Because it's really aggressive.
People want to give it away.
I know they want to give it away, but you can't. You can't do that. Why am my wrist shaking?
Have you ever considered making and selling custom sheets and colors for your fixed blades? Like colored Kydex?
Yeah, that'd be super easy. The problem is, and we have the ability to do it very easily, but we're always behind on manufacturing. So then there's the whole
Koozies are the same? You mean the koozie people are fighting with each other too? That's funny.
That's stupid.
My koozie's better than your
Who's
koozie.
Mr. Koozie? I want to talk to him. And we didn't talk to him about the name they came up with. That's really lame. Koozie. Drink cooler?
Is it bad to do rubbing alcohol on 80 CRV2 blades?
Nope. We use it all the time. The rubbing alcohol is non-acidic and it's evaporative, so it'll clean it up and it's pretty good.
DP1 status.
I don't know. Fall, maybe? I think fall, because it looks like we're working on our compasses today.
What about a handle option made out of SureTouch? It's G10 and rubber.
Yeah, we're actually going to be trying some of that.
Make that Tonto again with the Agent grip. We are doing that. The Agent.
The Agent has it. Yeah, it has a Tonto. Are you sleeping? Watching this thing? Actually, this is not the most recent one. Where is that? Yeah. Anyway, 007 is Tonto on.
Friend of Cosmic, he has done that before. He's
what?
Topo on the handle also.
Yep, you can only do it
around with the laser all the time.
On a couple colors. Yeah, the laser is, I don't know where they are, the prototype 007s, but they are basically what you just asked for.
So first knife giveaway of the day. It's going to be a combatant of some sort. Either the Apache or a Warrior, I think is what I've got.
I don't know, guys. I don't know. I have a broken one. A broken plastic one. But I've actually changed the blade. This is the Tonto.
Hashtag knife.
Knife. So that's the Tonto on the Agent. Similar, but this is plastic. And I made this blade wider, so it's more like that. So we're doing that. Good idea.
Can you show one of the combatants?
Which one? Doesn't matter?
There's one in that box over there.
Well, this one.
And we have the Apache one.
Do I have an original to compare why?
Man, the new combatant is so good.
There's like one dude that always asks for the OG.
What's the reason why the person that asked, why do you want the old one versus the new one? What do you like better about it?
So I'll tell you why it had changes. One, it needed jumping. Two, the swedge all the way along the back takes weight out for the tip and makes it more piercy. And two, if you see right here, there's too much belly in here for it to be appropriate for its use case. So we took belly out of this from here to here. I took some belly out. We see how thick this edge is? The combatant needs to be a slicey blade. So we thinned it down a lot. So this is much thicker through here than this. So it's much slicier. The jimping is correct and the swedge is correct. So now you get that diamond shaped stout tip. So, and it's the same blade shape, just refined. And also this is really sharp right here. So that when people would use it, it would dig in and cut their fingers in this area, right there. And look how rounded this is. So
okay, so Carl was the person that said that, and he said he meant the original combatant versus the Warren Cliff.
There is somebody that keeps asking. Sorry, Carl, to jump you like that. Just don't talk. You're not allowed to speak, Carl. Just kidding. But there is somebody that always says.
That's a terrible problem. Ron Meeg says the mother of my daughter is addicted to fentanyl and just became homeless, and I'm taking custody of my daughter today. I was away from the library. Oh man, that's terrible.
Man, I tell you what, the world is in such a state that there's so much drug use. Like, some people look at me crazy. I'm like, man, everybody's on dope, and they're just like, what do you mean? I'm like, yes, prescribed and illicit. Both. I mean, man, I don't want to get into too many things because I'll get kicked off of here, or you guys will hate me.
Anyway, sending prayers your way.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's huge.
So, hey, you're doing the right thing, man. I'm sorry that it's under those circumstances. It's just, we know what it's like dealing with stuff like that.
JG, send us an email. We do have a few left.
Yeah, I was thinking, like, there's stuff left on the drop, which is...
Are you adding any jimping on this batch of the reverse Tontos?
I can't remember. Oh, I think Jeremy said he probably could, but they couldn't be super deep. We haven't put them on the machine yet. I would like to do that, but not at the cost of like completely shutting him down, because we used to fight a lot because I didn't know his craft well enough to understand, just by me being knife maker boy and making a little tweak, what it did to exasperate him as a professional. So I kind of let him tell me we can do this easily, but, or, hey, I'll do it as long as you understand it's going to be $16,000 more for this batch of 2 blades. Yeah, $8,000 a blade, I'd do it too. No, I mean, just mostly, we probably should have thought about it before we ordered the steel, but we didn't. So maybe the subsequent batches we can do, or a mild version of the jimping. So I don't know, maybe.
Update on April knives. Frankie DC wanted to see the Guardian 2.0 again.
Oh, so we can collab together on it?
What's the differences between the old and the new Mercenary?
Nothing. Nothing at all. The Mercenary has not changed since day one.
April
we
update,
just offered
honey.
it in 2
Do you
steels
happen to remember like where we're at on shipping the April stuff? Shipping first.
I'm trying to think our past. I gotta tell you guys something. I don't want to brag too much. The new crew that we have over here at T.Kell Knives, I'll take a bullet for every one of those dudes. I may play around and like jab them on the live, just messing around, like talking about the Tonto, but
they're doing great.
Great work ethic, great attitude, sharp. We all get along. I mean, we're really changing and becoming more of a familial type of thing. I mean, I don't want to get emotional, but that's
hey,
how
honey,
I hug.
Could somebody add jimping to their tailored ridge themselves?
So we run our stuff in the low 60s Rockwell wise. So it's going to play hell on your file, but you could do it.
I saw Grant respond to an email the other day and said people could use a Dremel. Is that true?
Oh, but see, the thing is, you got to have carbide bits to do that. Otherwise, you're gonna burn those bits up super quick. Nickel boron, the surface is super hard. It's in the 70s, so it's gonna destroy your file. You probably could. I would say if you do it, be mindful that wherever you take that material out, it's not going to be protected by the nickel boron. Keep it oiled, but if you use your blade, you should be fine. I mean, yes, if you got really good, like Nicholson files, good quality, high hardness, super sharp files, but be prepared to get really frustrated from the files you buy off Amazon when they go and they just skate, because it takes a lot of work.
When do you think you're going to release the Night Guard 2.0s to the like Patreon?
How close are we to getting done with the Night Guard debacle? Aren't we like this close?
Yeah, we're very close. So we could, after we finish filling all the orders,
we just need to release them.
That's what we're working on Monday. Anybody that was waiting, anybody that had a Night Guard order that was wanted to wait on Gray Man, those are going out on Monday or Tuesday. So then after that, we can sell some on Patreon, which would be cool.
Yeah, so we did make a lot of changes. I'm just looking at messages from Jeremy. I forgot to mention that we did. Some people were complaining about the price increase. Like, holy crap, all of a sudden the reverse Tontos are $50 more. That's because we elected to do a full profile pass, because we're having some issues. When they water jet those blanks out, they're like blasting it, and it's making the back of it like this. And some water jets will compensate to bring that straight, but they didn't do that. So to completely eliminate us getting killed in the shop, and I can tell you, I know for a fact Dustin seems to be on here. Jacob probably is too. Both? See, Doug?
They were earlier on.
Okay.
Still are.
So those guys are working their freaking fannies off. We are hand filing every set of grips before it goes on a blade. And that takes forever, but we give a crap about what we send out. So I told Jeremy, we got to start profiling everything to eliminate and mitigate this. So he said it wouldn't be that big of a deal to put the jimping on there since we're doing full profile passes. That is why we're making it a better product. So with that, you're going to get a full profile. Where's the blade? Instead of me just waving my fingers around, let me just tell you what that looks like.
People also want to know when you're going to do some new ops hawks. Jeremy would know that too.
Yeah, that's, I think we're on track for fall. So October-ish time period to put those.
I love the reverse Tonto.
So what we're doing, you see this texture? That texture, we used to leave that on there because it added some grip and some, just a little bit of bite, and I like the way it looked. And it was a lot easier to do it that way. But now that our quality has stepped up, we're going to take this and make it completely smooth all the way around. We're going to round it in here. We're going to make it smooth all the way around and on the inside of the ring. Because if you look, now it's a water jet profile. So that costs time. Time is money. Jeremy is incredibly good at what he does. So we compensate him when he has to do more work per blade.
Jacob said I updated my resume as professional filer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's not talking about, you know, at the dentist's office, like your records. He is like hand.
So FP says if we want to change grips, we have to adjust them for the mentioned blades. Possibly if you ordered it during the time when we've had to file grips.
Very, very good question. So the Night Stalkers right now are the only ones that are affected. So I just made the sweeping.
Well, yeah, but all the Night Stalker, so Night Hawks.
So here's what we're thinking we're going to do. And we'll talk this out right now. I'm talking with the machinist that's doing the G10 about making a run of smaller profiled ones to sell these Night Stalkers with OG grips so that they will fit, and then using our existing stock on reverse Tontos, guards, CGs, Night Guardians, V3s, all the stuff that we don't have to file. So as we work through this batch, it's like 2,000 blades probably, because we got 1,600 in process, and then we are stacked up with freaking Night Stalkers that we can sell because it's our number one selling blade.
CQCs from April?
I think we're getting down. I have to look. We're making so many blades a week that I need to take notes because
I think you have to sharpen the back.
Yeah, that's what we're waiting on because we have a lot of sharpened.
Tim is our sharpener again because
it's me.
Carson was here for a week and he went back, so Tim is.
Yep, he's sharpened his first batch of blades.
Well, he's helping us sharpen some stuff remotely too.
Right, but not at, you know, he also has his own business to run too, so he's helping us.
Can you spine engrave the reverse Tonto? Yes.
Yeah, we do it all the time. I used to do it all the time.
We did get Warrior grips in Felix for certain knives, didn't we? For the Night Series stuff.
Yes, lots for the Knights.
Yeah, so like if you're waiting on those.
We're going to try to rip those
if you're waiting on a certain blade, just send us an email. We'll check.
So, yeah. So, you know, we're always kind of tweaking and trying to make the products better. And in that process, sometimes we screw up.
What advice would you give to someone new to knife collecting?
I'm new to knife collecting. So I would look at the comments of what people say is awesome on this thing.
Miss Told is asking how much filing.
I don't know.
It said 16th question mark.
Yeah, easily a 16th. We're taking, well, we were taking 4, so 8,000 around the profile.
Hey, if y'all didn't enter, it's hashtag knife.
So now it's going to be about 20,000. So we're going to be trying to take off the edge. So that's a lot, man. It's like a 16th of an inch. And some are worse. I mean, it's crazy. Every blade, you know what I mean? It's not like we have machines like, and they're putting the stuff together. It takes using your fingers. Some dudes in the shop have no fingers, apparently, because they'll hand you a knife like, hey, this is ready to go. And you're like, did you put this together with your foot?
Vicky wants to know if you would ever consider making a ringless reverse Tonto. You know, she emailed about that, if we could cut it off, but it'd be really hard to do after it's already been hardened and all that stuff.
I mean, if I ever break a ring off and then round it off.
Then you could just put it on the Piranha grip, right?
Yeah, we could just do a reverse Tonto and a Piranha grip, because if you look at, where's a Piranha? So let's look at them. You guys will kind of notice.
Hold on the giveaway, y'all. But I'll draw it in just a minute.
See the grip on the Piranha? Doesn't it look eerily like a Night Series
Well, I mean, in
grip?
that case, then you just should wait on our new Warncliffe Piranha that we're going to be coming out with soon. Because that's going to be so similar.
I mean, the Nightshade grip is slightly larger, but profile-wise, it's pretty similar. Because
Jay Blaney says reverse tonto on the Raider grip.
Yeah, I made some of those. Somebody has one. They brought
G10 and micarta is the grips.
It looks better on a combatant. The local guy who bought one from somebody on eBay, and it's a combatant with a reverse tonto, and it is so cool. So cool.
For the combatant.
What?
For the combatant.
Oh, this giveaway?
Yeah.
I feel like I've started to answer 86 questions and only answered one.
That's because I just throw them at you.
I'm usually pretty good, you know.
Bob, you won the combatant. Bob Dykema.
Oh yeah, he's a customer. I recognize that name. She probably butchered it, but it's okay because I would have done worse. Yeah, congratulations, man. I love the combatant. Great freaking blade.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Man, I know that there are certain people that are some legitimate baddies that.
Tim, which knife that you've made is your personal favorite and why? Also show that knife.
My personal, I mean, that's a hard question because even the guys in the shop and C-Dub can vouch, I change my blades. I mean, I've invented, I guess is the wrong word. I've made all these different designs around different use cases and carry scenarios for what I wanted. So that kind of goes back and forth most. I mean, here's the original Raider that I ever made. And this would probably be...
That thing is ugly.
So this is a ferric chloride etch, the first hand ground one ever made. You know, she hates it. It's rusty. It's been carried under my fat belly.
Thank you, Cheryl.
I carry the Raider. I think I go back to it more than anything just because I'm a worker, if that makes sense. So really heavy duty work is what I go for. Here's another one of the new design in a ferric chloride etch. I carried this blade for a long time. This is one.
Morning, Dan.
Guten Morgen.
No, not the Jedi. It's Stinky Stripe, not Stinky Strip.
Yucca. I mean, I guess it'd be the same. I mean, nobody wants you to strip while being stinky. Nobody wants me to strip anyway. Yucca.
Hey, Caleb, you never know. You might win. You just never know.
We were discussing, right? Stuff.
I don't remember what we were discussing.
Here, when I see myself on camera, I see gray. That's what I see. Ooh, gross. So we were driving in the truck yesterday, and C-Dub looked over me and was like, oh my God. I guess the light was coming in at a certain, and I had like these, you know, like witches have those like 8-inch hairs on their nose. I had like 3 of those on my ear, and her and the girls in the backseat are all screaming like,
and I pulled them off.
Disgusting person in the world. And they're like, it's gray and it's 86 inches long. Why do I keep saying 86 today? 86.
Yay, Bob. Bob says I've been wanting a T.Kell for so long. Do you not have a blade? That's awesome.
Then how do I know your name?
He always is on the lives. So
maybe that's it. Maybe that's it.
Jacob said the OG Pioneer on an agent handle. And somebody also had said the 2.0 blade on the agent handle.
That would be similar. So I brought the Pioneer in here today.
We need to have a week where Tim is only EDCing his gift knives from Zachary Schmidt. He does that a lot. He's always EDCing stuff y'all send.
Yeah, I do it outside of the show. Like I carry this stuff all the time. So this is what Jacob's saying. So here's the O2, and then here's a Pioneer. And after he started working here, he became a stalker. So he went back like years and years on Instagram, I think it was. And this blade, there's only been one of them made but I cut a bunch of blanks out, and its original idea was to be a utility paring knife for the kitchen. But I decided to make it an EDC style blade and have a high grind. So this is in 1095 steel, obviously hand ground, but it's really comfortable. And I was like, man, I like it way better as an EDC knife. So the profile is actually pretty similar to the grip on the Agent, just because that's kind of my style. So all these angles are very similar. I just basically added a secondary. I took the bump out and then just made the beak. The beak. So it would be pretty rad. I mean, it's just kind of a everyday drop point, longer by a 4-inch blade.
That would make a good bushcraft knife.
Yeah, this is. I mean, look at the use this thing has. I've used the crap out of this thing. You know.
Which Agent will have the striker blade shape?
I haven't done it yet.
We haven't done it yet. DP1, people want to see that.
Okay.
Frank said your Guten Morgen pronunciation is good.
Yes.
Pocket dump. They want a pocket dump.
I could probably. Okay. So while Frank's here, let's do that, because this freaking knife is incredible. Let's talk about his work. Am I understanding
really
this is your first blade that you've made?
This is Frank, who's on the live right now. He's from Germany, right?
Austria or Germany? I think Austria. He's Austrian.
He made this.
So, said there was some inspiration from the Guardian 2.0. I see that. A higher grind, the triple edges, the jimping. Look at how dead flat and matched up this grip is. So I haven't taken it apart. It's a hidden tang, obviously. But I mean, and the guys on here that work in the shop can vouch. This thing is so comfortable. So comfortable forward and reverse.
And how'd you say he got that pattern on the blade?
So he, in his letter, said that it's a ferric chloride etch, which is what I do on most of my blades when I do them with nail polish. So what I think is all these splashes are, this is just my guess from using ferric chloride a lot, that was fingernail polish. And then he dipped it and let it soak in a long etch in the ferric chloride. So this actually has a texture to it.
Hey, Frank, are you going to sell any of this stuff?
You want a collab on this thing, bro? You think I'm kidding? This thing is, man. It's super tactical, and it's, you know, the clinch pick egg handle design is something I've never really been a big fan of, but this meets that.
Ferric chloride and coffee, he said.
Ah, yeah. So mostly ferric chloride and some coffee. Gives a deeper black etch, but I know I was right on the fingernail. I don't know I'm right. I'm pretty sure I'm right on the how he got that pattern. It's
Did he include a sheath with that?
Yeah, he did. I just was showing. I was gonna wear this. So there's the sheath. It's the thinner, I think 060 Kydex probably, which is a little easier to work with, and then the thumb ramp's pretty ingenious. I don't know, how many blades have you made, Frank? If this is your first knife, I am thoroughly impressed.
Is it your birthday, Cedro? Happy birthday if it is.
But anyway, I need to pay him for this blade because I know he put a lot of work in this, and he probably is going to try to sell it. And then I made a comment on YouTube about how much I loved it, and he just sent it. So
you could auction it off and give him the proceeds.
But I want it. I mean, the grinds
You'd
are great.
have to be the highest bidder.
I know. I said the same thing about the blades Carson's making of my designs. I was like, man, I have to.
Yeah, people have asked about that. Do you want to talk about the kind of the collab that's going on with Carson and your custom blades that you're working on?
Yeah, let's do that. So I don't know if Frank's answered any of these questions or not. If he wants to
It's his second knife. He says he's on another 2 knives at the moment.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Wow. Wow craftsmanship, dude. I mean.
Zachary Schmidt wants to know, was the Agent 001 inspired by Top's Rapid Strike?
Okay, let's go over this again. Bob DeMarco called me and said, hey, I love your stuff. I want a blade that is same length as the Night Stalker. And I want to make a double-edged dagger style blade. I've got a design I think you would like. Would you like to do a collaboration? And I said, send me what you got, and I'll see if I like it. So he sent me the picture, and I'm like, wow, I freaking love this blade. And I said, the handle's going to need some tweaking, I can tell. It looked cool, but it needed a lot of work, in my opinion. So I went to work, made some prototypes, got the handle exactly how I wanted it. Didn't change the blade at all. Changed the geometry so we could get it cutting properly. And that's it. So that's where the inspiration for that blade came from.
People want to see this collab with you and Frank.
I would love to make this knife. I mean, the only reason it's not on my hip now is because I forgot to put soft loops on it. Because I was going to put soft loops on it and just EDC it just like this. But I mean, it's like, let me see dimensionally the Night Guardian 2.0.
Jake Stedler, we release blades on a schedule.
Yeah, quarterly. So
quarterly, and we will be releasing more soon. If there's something you're interested in, send us an email. I'll see you.
You see the design influences, I think, from the Guardian. I mean, the angles are right. And so he probably asked to see the Guardian 2.0 again. Look at that. I mean, when they say great minds think alike, I don't know if he'd seen this before. Look at that. They're close, man. The grind height is pretty close to the same. I just put a drop in there because I like that hard forward press.
So it's comfortable right there where your finger goes in that big gap? Yeah.
Oh, you didn't hold it yet? Hold it. She's going to love it.
It just seems like that would be hard to be comfortable right there.
It's comfortable, isn't it? I know. I know.
It feels like
I'm telling you.
Comfortable like your stuff.
I'm telling you, Frank. I'm telling you. It's good, dude. Did she hear what she said? It sounds like your stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's going to be up to him. I mean, I think he said that the Guardian 2 series blades inspired him, but the grip is completely unique. I like it a lot. I like it a lot.
I think that the grooves on that egg style make it like super comfortable because the other ones I feel too fat in your palm.
Yeah. It's like I have blades on the website that don't sell as well because people look at them and go, that's weird. But I looked at this and I immediately knew this was going to be comfortable. But I like it. Sorry. So great job on this knife. I'll be waiting for your email. We probably can make, nope. If you like it that much, I am not collabing with you. I'm going to do this myself.
How are the mercenaries coming along?
I don't think we've started them yet. We do have the steel, though. We vibed. We vibed them. The vibratory tumbled them to get the burrs and crap off of them.
Somebody asked to see an MR1 a little bit ago, too.
I've got one. So, man, this desk is getting piled up with stuff. MR1. Whoa, holy cuss word. Sapper. You see that sapper? That's the one with the Star of David on it, and the Lion of Judah. So.
001 blade with a Night Series ring.
So, I mean, I guess we could ask Bob, was the 001 inspired by the Topps Rapid Strike? He didn't say that it was, but it could have been.
What about the kitchen knives?
I don't know. There wasn't a huge amount of interest, so we decided to make the stuff with the most interest first. So that's the MR1.
DP1 is in production, and what was the other one?
Yeah, well, you know, our northeastern shop has been slowed down by machinery stuff, so I'm not 100% sure when we're going to get to the DP1.
Is that double-edged?
No, it is not. It is not designed to be double-edged because the T.Kell is not. Single-edge reverse grip. We made a few double-edged for people by request, but typically I tried to stay true to the design of a call, but some people asked us to do it, so we could.
What about the EDC pin that you mentioned? Are you going to do that still?
Yep. I am going to do that still. It's in the design phase. We got a couple of places where we can make that. A couple of Americans that can help us with it.
So I heard FLN earlier. What else? What other blades do y'all want me to give away? I've got I've got a Night Stalker here. I have a V3. What else? Striker. I could probably give away a Striker.
Strikers. Yeah. What do y'all want to talk about? Let's talk about the rest of our gifts. Stuff people sent us. Since I know Raymond's on here, well, look, this is a shirt. Let's do the Guam shirt. If I'm not going to say his name, he's probably watching. Do this. He sent me MDT, MDA, sorry, Guam, and then the back is kind of funny. Where the hell is Guam? So I believe there's a new base in Guam, and I'm pretty sure that's the story behind this. So I'll let him pipe up and tell us. There it is. There's a Guam shirt. Thank you very much.
Electronics. I seriously think we're completely out of Huntsman's now. Over time, people have asked about them.
Yeah, man, we're completely out of the Tontos too. Okay, so we're gonna go
firearm questions. Yes, you can ask firearm questions.
Yeah, because I kind of like them. So, are we on 2? So this came by way of Raymond, and on the box you see it says CW.
And I love it. I love it so much.
So super, super lightweight because of this blue carbon fiber. Sure has a name. Look at this blade. I don't even know what you call this blade. Somebody I'm sure will tell me, you're an idiot because you don't know that that's this style blade. I mean, it kind of looks like a straight razor. This thing is freaking rad.
Brian D, when did you order the Striker? Was it January or April? Send us an email.
We should be about done with the January Strikers. I mean, we should be done with them, actually. We sent a bunch this week. So, Red Horse Knife Works. I don't know anything about them. You guys are going to have to educate me, but the carbon fiber work is, I mean, look at it. It's beautiful. Super smooth, lightweight.
January Raiders, they were tested. There's nothing wrong with them, and now they're on to nickel boron, right?
Yep.
So
Yep. So we had to do a mag particle inspection. I think what that was is when they rolled the steel, you could see. So this is from Raymond.
Hashtag T.Kell. This is going to be on a knife that I haven't decided yet.
Raymond's box is going to take a million years.
Let's do a Striker for this giveaway.
Are you up on the screen, or you ready?
I'm on the full screen. Let me go on the little screen. Hashtag T.Kell, all lowercase.
So this is Buck and Bear Knives. A nasty little Warncliffe. I think this is micarta, maybe. Look at this thing. I mean, it's super angular and awesome. It's cool, man. Frame lock. I like this. Deep dive on the back. Oh, D2. That explains why it's got that dark black edge. This thing's cool, man. Raymond sends lots of stuff. He's trying to help teach me about knives.
Man,
Man, I love this thing. Look at that cool clip. Sorry.
I'm always interrupting you.
No, I don't care.
I just was seeing this person that said greetings from Israel, and
man,
there was a person that we sent a blade to, and he said they were trying to charge him like over $200. And
that doesn't happen typically.
Yeah, and that sucks because I wanted him to be able to get the blade.
He's still over here? Okay, so Raymond also sent this. Oops, let's take this sticker off of here. You guys know I've learned about Compliance Edge recently. I have a henchman, and I think Raymond sent me that also. So this is their made with passion and precision in the USA. This is a Tonto. And when you open this and you look at it, you immediately know to me, that is a compliance edge. He likes to do these really heavily shadow boxed style grips, and it's heavily rounded over, which kind of reminds me of the Italian style, but it's not. It's like a, I don't know, maybe a 40 thousandths break, and it's what I like about it is that it's more traditional edge Tonto in this area. So, you know, like
Ryan Henley says this is the one you supposedly stole.
Right. No, Raymond just sent me this because he's trying to teach me about what else is out there. So
it looks pretty stabby.
Yeah, I mean, Tontos are pretty stabby. I mean, the swedges are very similar to what I do on my Tonto, so obviously I'm going to think it's a good design. He did more of a Japanese style, so not angular, so it's not like a Western style Tonto. So, and I like that he put the flag, the stars forward for consistency. You know, that's kind of the rule, the stars towards the fight. When I engrave them for the full thing, I do the stars in the back, even though you're not supposed to. But, so there it is. I think it's just, what's it called? I know it's compliance edge, but I don't believe it says. So it's cool to add another. What do you think
about the sheath? How's the sheath semester?
It's got a good click and a snap, and there's no rattle. So he's working hard on his sheaths. DCC clip. I don't know if they come factory with that or not. Factory. Is that how you say that?
What do his blades run? I've heard people say they're expensive, but I've never actually even looked to see what they cost.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell he's 3D machining them, just a different direction than we are. I do mine this way, and he's doing his up and down.
Copperhead. What somebody said.
Copperhead. Did it say that on the box?
Mark Fiegel, what's in stock and ready to ship right now? Nothing.
That's not how we do stuff.
No, you
Mark.
can email us and see what we got.
We have more. A lot of the stuff is in stock. We're just catching up with January orders to make sure. And Noel, we're pretty much through January. So,
are you still showing stuff over there?
Oh yeah, look, man, we'll be showing stuff for a million years out of Raymond's box. So,
well, you better tell a story. That people are going to get bored just seeing all.
Well, why would they get bored? We do this every week. What are you talking about, lady?
Okay, sorry.
So this is
maybe I'm just.
She doesn't care about tools and knives.
People said they didn't want to see our lives anymore.
Who said that?
That one person that said, "Yay, a video that's not alive."
Yeah, one out of thousands of people. So, you know, this is
every time he gets Raymond's boxes, he loves all the stuff.
Look at this. Did you see that? That's super slow. Watch. I like the reveal. I love European
Spartan.
design.
No, he doesn't want to do taco style sheets. He used to, but he doesn't want to anymore.
No, I just don't think there's.
The SVM was $340. Well, we have a blade. We have a couple blades that are around $300.
So it's a I mean, it's going to be a great quality screwdriver. The last screwdriver Raymond sent promptly got stolen by Dustin. This holds doors open. Apparently, it's a common thing. You put it in a thing.
Thanks, AJ.
And here's another. I can't read that, whatever that says. But anyway, T20, we use them to take our tools apart. Thank you, Raymond. For the tools, always love your toolboxes. We're going to keep going with tools, even though C-Dub hates it, apparently. She hates our lives now. So these are Nipex. They make the coolest freaking, well, they make really good stuff anyway. But see, this is like a micro jaw. Real small. And then the standard version, thicker jaws with the grippies. So I love Nipex pliers. These are great for EDC. They grip a little bit better than a set of Leatherman, and you don't crush your fingers. I like that about them. And then you put a little Fresnel, which is a magnifying glass. I keep these in all my wallets for fire starting and for looking at stuff. And then this little pill box for keeping matches and whatnot. And then look at this. So 2 of these, and these are freaking
you
cool.
Can't even see it, honey. Like, wait.
Well, like I know. Look, you hate the lives now, and you're telling me I'm stupid.
No, I don't. But you know how, like, it's human nature. One negative comment will stick out to, like.
Look at these freaking tweezers.
Positives.
They're really good and sharp. Thanks, Raymond. Look, part of our thing is people send us stuff, and I appreciate it. I'm talking about it. If y'all don't like it, click off. And it's a Tactical Geek bag. I already know where I'm going to put this inside of my Vertex Commuter 2.0 that I keep my Rattler in. these days I've been carrying the Rattler with me just about everywhere I go because people tried to assassinate a presidential candidate, and that's psycho to me. Really good bag. Next, 2 carabiners, and then a new style gun mat. The gun mat won't fit on the screen, so I'm not going to take it out.
Tim, were you going to sell a knife sharpening kit at one point?
Nope. Was I? Anyway, carabiners, I use them a lot. Good for gear.
Jeremy really nice said, one. I need that pair of tweezers. CW knows why.
Hell yeah. And they have a super fine point, and that's exactly what I thought. Those disgusting chips that made her. Actually, I believe this is a real carabiner because it has the Newton on it. So this is an actual weight.
Jeremy probably has systems to not get those chips, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's his profession, right? I mean, she freaking hated it. And another bandana. Another banana.
I'm showing you bending over, honey.
Huh? That's cool.
Sorry.
Look out for Fanny. There's nothing back there, guys. Don't get excited. Where are we at?
We got about 30 minutes.
So I got to show the rest of our gifts.
Let me give away this knife.
No.
Do you want to show a striker? Because I don't have the actual blade that I'm going to give away, but I'm going to do a striker. And it will probably be slightly blemished.
Yeah, because
you don't mind.
The whole batch got blended. So there you go. Here's one in Hades.
Ooh, that looks good.
Yeah, it'll disappear off the wall because she knows it. I don't get to keep my own stuff. So this is on the same grip as the Taylor's Ridge, the Raider, the Guardian, used to be the Tonto, maybe some others, I forget. But it's that same 3-finger.
That's just a pretty, like, that's such a good looking design.
Yeah, I think somebody said it's a harpoon style. I just wanted the tip stouter, so I pushed it up more, and then it had too much material, so I stepped it down because I thought it looked better, and then I wanted that thumb. So that's how the striker came to be. Very popular blade, and this thing is slicey and piercy, I'm telling you. But
I remember when you used to EDC that like every day.
Every day.
That was your Raider back then.
Oh, yeah. Sure was. I carried it a lot, man.
You get tired of your own knives?
No, I cycle through all of them, depending on.
All right, you can come back to front. I'm going to...
Back to front.
Back to front. I'm going to give this thing away.
Give that, what, that striker?
That striker.
We need to make sure we get through all of our gifts. This is... Right?
Yeah.
Right. So, here you go. Let me just grab all 3 of these.
Weldon Carey, you got a knife you can review on your channel now.
Yay! Was it the striker?
Yeah, that's cool.
So Stephen Clayton.
Y'all go look at his review of the striker when he gets it.
Stephen Clayton sent this. This is a Savivi. What a cool freaking design. I mean, there's a lot going on with this thing. Like the very complex grinds. Look at that nasty.
But hey, Weldon Carey, send us an email with your information so we can send it to you.
So, let me just throw these down here and nick up blades. It's kind of a fixed blade and a karambit, so it locks in that position. It's not the most comfortable right in this area, but I think this is more neat than it is function. But look at that wicked. What is this called? I forgot. Savivi just makes quality stuff, guys. Okay. I can't Orthrus.
Tell Aussie Tim to say striker.
Striker. It's got to be one of the people that works at the shop because that's how I say I can't pick up the striker. I'm like, where's the striker? So this is the Orthus. What a cool freaking what?
Respectfully submitted said, hate that Savivi knife. Looks like a gas station knife.
It's unique. Respectfully unique. So, and then I think all these were popular knives at one point, or they have their place in knife lore so that I can learn about them.
Hey, you can email it to this email address that I just posted, or tkelknives@gmail.com.
Okay.
Hunter posted it like right before.
So look,
God bless you, Christopher Lehman.
This is the Snag, I think.
Weird.
That's what it's called.
That is so weird.
What a crazy looking thing. So he sent me, I should watch the video. Stephen Clayton also sent this. So you snatch it out. If you do it properly, this thing fully deploys. I don't know what this is for sure. Okay. So you got a thumb stop here. How you deploy both of those at the same time for effectiveness probably takes some training. It looks like you can mount this clip in about 4 different spots. Crazy. I really appreciate the design in this.
Which knife at the left side of the screen?
I don't know.
Somebody said, what's the knife on the left side of the screen? Far left?
Maybe
That's the
handle color. It looks like if I have this and I deploy it in reverse grip, it's going to pull it out. And yeah, if I do that correctly on video and not cut my flipping finger off, yeah.
I could totally see Stephen carrying that too.
Oh, yeah. And knowing how to expertly carve yourself up with it too. So that is a really freaking cool karambit design. Here's a Crudo. Y'all tell me what kind of blade it is. Looks kind of sheep-footy to me. But man, what a monster this thing is. You got the choke up, so you've got multiple grips.
Far left is the Pioneer. That's something Tim doesn't make anymore.
I made one of ever, and there it is.
Can you do a Combatant and Raider comparison when you get a chance?
Look at this, man. See, I like seeing what people make, other companies, so I know what was popular, is popular, what people are wanting out there.
Persian Sheepfoot.
Is this like where people just make up dog names? You know what I mean? Like, instead of calling it a mutt, they call it like a Chiweenie, and I'm like, that's a mutt. Just, you know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. This is a mutt knife. This is this guy's design. It's funny how people will argue with me when I'm like, I name a blade something, and then they go, that's actually a sax. And I'm like, I don't even know what the hell a sax is. That sounds like an instrument. So thanks for whatever. Your input is
I think it's cool, though, that we don't know all this stuff.
Uh-oh.
Oh, sorry. Let me put you back over there.
It's a Band-Aid from Compliance Edge. And then wait. So this has been laying around the shop because Jacob wants me to trade this for one of the knives that you guys sent me.
Didn't Mark send us that?
No.
Who sent us that?
This is Jacob's knife.
Oh, sorry. I thought that was the one he wanted to trade.
Something obscene. And it actually kind of reminded me of that Warney folder that I just saw earlier that Raymond sent. Let's put them side by each. So this is a cool knife, right? Okay, so here's the... It takes some kind of, I don't know, magic to open it. I don't want to dog the dude's stuff out. There's some kind of a... But, I mean, this thing looks wicked. It looks awesome. Here's what'll blow your mind. Look, left hand, you see that? No problem. Left hand, whoop, just popped right open. Right hand, it won't. I don't know if you can tell how hard I'm struggling. I think he paid a pretty penny for this. He saved up for. I don't understand why it won't open with my right hand, but it opens easily with my left. Weird as H, right? So for all of you southpaws out there, this is a great knife for you.
Left-handed knife.
I got it. It's 1 out of 100 times.
Is it user error, honey?
No. I mean, look, if you got to train me on how to open your knife, hey, it did it. See if I can do it again.
Hey, happy birthday, Raimundo.
Hey, I did it twice in a row.
Cumpleaños.
Yeah, see, she speaks Spanish. The most amazing.
They do this thing where they make it like, well, I don't know if everybody does, but some
the exposure
Mexicans that I've known, they put their head into the cake, like, and they sing this song. They smash their head into the cake.
I think that's awesome, as a matter of fact.
It's pretty funny.
So, yeah. Apparently, the makers said you have to break this thing in.
So, y'all wish Raimundo
cuss word.
A happy birthday.
I love that you have to use 2 hands to open a one-handed flipper, and it will cut you.
Did you for real cut yourself?
Well, it came out, and this thing caught the back of my hand because I had to stabilize it with 2 hands.
He was gripping the lock bar.
Who?
Right-handed, you're pressing on the lock. I do that too. Just back your fingers off the frame lock.
No, you're a liar. It took a whole lot
Jacob says, I've thought it was the fingers on the lock bar as well, but I've messed with it for hours.
Look, I'm not touching the damn lock bar, and it's still like, are you the maker? Is that why you're defending it?
Casey, yes, that's what that means.
Not touching it. Look. Look. Oh, I got it. So 3 times out of 100. I don't know. But whatever. Here's the thing. If you grab a knife and it's not intuitive and it doesn't open easily, then, hey, I got it. But it's weird because I'm definitely pushing the lock bar here with my thumb. Like, look, I'm touching it and it opens easily. I don't know. Whatever. If you love it, you love it. It's really cool.
It is a good looking blade, though.
It looks neat. It's like, you know. Anyway, I like how he says, hey, I want to trade you for this knife. Here's this one that doesn't work, worth a damn. No, I'm just kidding. I love it. I just have to decide whether or not we can do that. I need to talk to the person who sent me the other one. I think that covers the gifts.
Delaney said, just admit everyone was right.
What?
That you could, probably because you couldn't open it.
Oh, man. I mean, Jacob, it's his knife. He didn't even point it out to me. He just said, try to open this. And I'm like, and let me show you another thing that
I'm going to give away. Last week, I had a Blue Jean Night Stalker that Ryan Henley won, and he just elected to get something else because he already has one. So we're going to give that one away now.
Are you on?
Hashtag
which one are you
sharp.
On?
We're on your screen. So it's for Blue Jean.
They're all my screens. So look, see this? You can't open the first iteration of my folder unless you push the button. So you got to push the button and then open it. So I didn't know what the hell I was doing. So this is the first ever, this was nickel boron.
Oh, the saga of the folder.
So this is an old model, but see, so I get it. And we took the proto to Blade Show 2 years ago. Functionally, it's great. Uses the lashing screws and all the cool things that we tried to do, but there's something wrong with the lock. So if you look over here, what's happening is this is engaging too far. So instead of detent, the little lock bar is locking. So I should have tapered that, but I didn't. So the newer one that is tapered. But you can't open the thing at all. So if you got to teach somebody how to open the blade, I think you've missed it. You've missed the mark, right? Hold it this way. Hold your mouth this way. Hopefully it's raining crimson drops from the sky and you happen to be drinking a tab while you open the knife. And it'll open for you. It's just user error.
My mom used to drink those.
Tab was stuff. And then people realized it had like death chemicals in it or something.
That's so 80s.
Yeah. So yeah.
I think it's funny, like I feel so old now because I'll mention stuff and you can see like the younger guys in the shop don't know what I'm talking about. Oh man, when did I get old?
Glassed over. I'm like, you guys know what that is? I'm here. I've arrived at.
Show that Blue Jean Micarta Night Stalker, and also a while ago somebody asked for a comparison of Raider and Combatant.
I'm glad you remember stuff. I'm so hyper.
I try to get to everybody's comments, but I can't get to everybody.
Then they get mad. Like, how can you? I asked 2 times, and there's only 300 people on here at one time. How many people are on here right now?
286.
Yeah, 207. How dare we overlook it? That looks good, though, man.
Hashtag sharp.
Blue
Jean Micarta.
Blue Jean with the gray screws like this looks freaking good. Yes. Man, you know what I'm dreading right now, C-Dub?
What?
Wrestling that bloody refrigerator up into our thing.
At least we only paid $1,700 to clean out my refrigerator.
Right. So it's kind of like hey, surprise. And then I'm like, all right, let's just take it back. If you don't want the thing, let's take it back. So then she tried to get me to take it back the day after. But it was a work day. So I'm like, oh, it's raining, whatever. And I was in a foul mood. So I'm like, nah, I don't want to. And then I go to look early yesterday morning and I'm like, oh, there's a 48-hour window that you can take stuff back. We haven't hooked it up. We didn't plug it in. We took the plastic off. I measured it and went, this isn't going to fit. So
refrigerator day today.
today's fridge day, and I'm going to be exhausted.
Ever tried making an ambidextrous Kydex sheath?
Yes, we did try that, and it's very difficult. Unless it's a spear point blade, it's really difficult. Like if you look at Amtac, they have.
I was going to say, unless you rip off Amtac's design, then it's not very
Yeah, but some people don't have a problem ripping off Amtac's design, do they? I do.
Wink, wink.
Wink. I know who did that. I think it's super funny. That dude asked one of my friends.
Oh, that's really sweet, Zachary. He said, Tim, I believe in you more than I've ever believed in you.
Wow,
That's really
thanks.
nice.
I believe in Jesus that much. I hope you believe Jesus and then CW and then me, because they are way better than me. But thanks, man. All kidding aside, that's an honor.
Machatero says that blue jean was the thing that pushed me over for the combatant. I picked up the blade. Yeah, it looks really good on the combatant too.
Oh yeah, I mean, the blue jean's just awesome, and I don't know how we ended up with that. Oh, I remember. Somebody sent an email. The guy is a legitimate operator, and he carries our stuff. And he's like, what would make the combatant perfect for me is if you could make it blue jean so that it would stick out and I could be compliant in the places where I have to carry open, but it blends in. And I'm like, that's weird. So I sent an email, and I was like, hey, this would be cool. And they sent an email back and said, we already make it. Would you like some? And I'm like, oh, sure, send it. So, yeah.
What are your top 3 grip colors? Can you show them? Thank you. Let me guess. Wait, let me guess.
She already knows. I'm gonna grab
them. No, don't grab them. Let me guess.
Okay.
Warrior.
Look.
OD.
Yep.
Oh gosh.
What would be the other combination?
Black.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I know you. I feel like we're on that game where you like guess what your spouse is.
Again, you just made us look old. So, honest to God, my favorite colors. Black. This is a striker with a Century grip. Well, I'm only grabbing Century grips. Oops, that's just what was there. OD.
No, Tim does not like Brimstone. He does love Gray Man, though.
I do like Brimstone.
But it's not like one of your favorites.
It's not one of my favorites, but I do love that color.
The dating game.
Yeah. Somebody's as old as
Tab
we are.
came out in the 70s. Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, it was still popular
really
when we were
popular
kids
in the 80s.
in the 80s.
Hunter said Wood Grain Gray Man and Hades are my go-to.
Yeah, Hades is really, I like it too. But when I carry,
All the swirl grips are awesome.
Yeah. When I carry, typically, it's OD, black, and so are my outfits, right?
Newlywed Game. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about, where you had to like guess what they would do and say.
Yeah. We know each other backwards and front. Do you know it backwards and front? Rico, Uncle Rico. Is that too old?
Yep.
Napoleon?
What's the difference between the Warrior grip and the multicam? There's no coyote in the
Correct.
Warrior grip.
Let's look. See the tan? There's tan in this, and there's no tan in that. Duh.
Yeah, Warrior with black screws looks really good.
Yeah.
Marauder, Black Hawk, and Javati. I have a type. LOL. You like purple.
Right? Man, I need to talk to him right today.
Yeah, it'd be nice to hear.
Yeah, somebody said they're in Israel. What in the world happened yesterday?
What about BDU? Do you like that, honey?
Oh, of course. Yeah, because it's black and OD. But before Warrior came out, it was a BDU, solid black, or black and OD. That's what was up. I like those colors.
Everybody wants that Ops Hawk, honey. I even posted a picture just to make everybody drool over something they can't have.
Yeah, well, they're coming. I mean, I knew that was going to be a popular blade, but we lost half the batch because the nickel boron was flaking when we got them back from nickel boron. So this was like a week before blade.
Yeah,
when they're supposed to debut. And I said, man, I called them. I said, look, we'll overnight it. Can you get it done? They said, yeah, we'll stay late. We'll get it done. When they took the nickel boron off, it ate holes and deep crevices in the blades. And I was like, oh my God. So the very first batch and the only batch to date of the Ops Hawks, half of them were just smoked, gone.
What are you drinking?
A
kombucha.
A kombucha, because I Don't have time to take vitamins.
That's nice. Machitero, black and purple were the colors for my wedding. What's the expected ship date for the next batch of Guardians? Will the Highlander ever be recreated?
The Highlander was basically like a Becker BK5 monster, longer blade version of an outdoor knife. Big, beautiful blade. There's only a couple of those in existence.
Night Stalkers are shipping as soon as we finish sheets. They are built, they've been filed, and they're ready to go.
Same with the Piranhas. No filing with the Piranha. What else, man? What else y'all want to know?
Rocky Mountain Outdoorsman, which blades can we sell them? Oh, the ops. We went through all of those.
Those are gone. That's like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think we sold them as blooms.
Yeah, and some people took them. I saw a couple pop up on eBay and they got snatched up super fast.
Did you make a decision about getting rid of the grip colors? You know how we talked about that?
I didn't. We've been trying to inventory and all that crap. It's been nuts. I mean, we're incredibly busy. There's so much stuff that needs to be done outside of me sharpening.
What about the knife we engraved Friday? You talking about the one that y'all spelled Proverbs wrong on? Which one are y'all talking about? Oh, the butter knife? Knife.
That stupid thing. They love this thing, and I'm just like, this is weird. Why do y'all like it so much?
New website update, folder status.
Folders are still in process.
Bushman and Guardian
I had a problem with the lock on those, so I had to change them. Here's this. Basically, I was showing off our heat treat and broke the tip off of this knife, and then Carson, rather than working, decided that he should sharpen this. And they engraved the word butter on it, and this thing is sharp as shit. So
we did get Warrior for the agent, right? Did we?
I don't think it came in.
I thought we did get Warrior. I thought we were shipping Warrior agents.
Oh, maybe we were. So it's sharp on the tip also. So there are some skinning knives. Grant showed me that have the tips.
Jimmy Alley. It's tkellknives@gmail.com or customer service @tkellknives.com. So
I guess this is technically a single edge knife since it never stopped. It's just sharp all the way around.
Yes, we do sell high vis grips.
And they engraved butter on it.
January Raiders will be shipping after we get them back from nickel boron and sharpen them.
There it is.
They're late, and I'm very sorry about that.
There's this weird thing that came from me testing the heat treat.
People want us to give that away.
People or two people?
Here's the thing. If we give that away, it's going to end up on eBay because nobody really wants that. They just know it would be worth something because it's like some rare thing.
I mean, it's weird.
I think we should do that on that auction thing, that auction site.
Yeah, we need to do that for once.
Yeah, well,
I mean, it's sharp as age. I don't know what
auction off some stuff.
What function it has.
Test out that site.
If you buttered it and you slip, you're gonna slice your wrist off, and it fits in a sheath with no rattles.
Ryan Henley, bullshit. If I win it, I'm keeping
it. I mean, it would be a good skinning knife, you know, so you could get that full rotation. If you like to skin out mooses,
Yeah, it looks like a butter knife. I'd totally stick that in some Kerrygold.
Right? Nothing but the finest butter. I mean, it's sharp as piss. It'll cut you, man. There it is. There it is. Now they can quit harassing us about the weird knife that Carson made. Oh, so you asked questions about what's up with those. And the folder
Josh
update.
L wants the butter knife.
Josh, I'm sure Josh wants the butter knife. So the folder update is I had an issue with the button and they had to rework the button. And when you would grab it in reverse grip, it would try to fold up. So that's not good. So I reworked the button. So now the button engages more and is shorter. If that doesn't make any sense to anybody, that's what's up with that. So reworking the button is going to take a couple more weeks, and then we should have them a couple weeks after that. So another month or so on the folders. Yay. The collab with Forged AF, he really liked those two blades, the Agent 01 and Agent 02, and he sharpened a bunch of them, so he kind of got familiar with the blade shape. And he said, let me make some of these using Baker Forge's materials. So he is. And they are freaking beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
If you didn't enter hashtag sharp for the Night Stalker, Blue Jean Night Stalker.
The one I've seen. What?
Jacob said, we thank you, Tim.
I just got a text message offer for the butter knife.
From Josh Lindsay?
No, actually. So are we auctioning on my Apple Watch now? $300. I don't know. We'll have to decide.
No, I want to do that live auction thing. I think it'd be fun. Let's try that site out. We'll invite people. We'll send an invite on Patreon.
Yeah, we need to do that. We need to do that thing. Get it set up. So that's what's going on with those. I also had Coy Baker from Baker Forge make me 3 sheets of custom copper my. So sand my, raindrop, copper Damascus that we have, that I'm cutting our design so they'll be super high-end machined. We're going to really slow that down to make those freaking beautiful, and we're going to finish them out with also custom handmade screws and custom grips, and I'm even trying to get some custom kydex made for those.
Did you do your take on a Fairburn Sykes knife?
I need to, because I freaking love a Fairburn. You know that dagger that we saw that Kyle made that I loved at Blade Show? That's a Fairburn Sykes style dagger. There's so many people that are doing that and doing it well. I don't know that.
Yeah, whatnot. We signed up and we're all approved and everything. We just have to set up our first one.
Yeah, we just don't have time.
Mostly for fun. I'm not trying to like make $1 billion off of our knives. I just think it would be neat because it's all live and everybody's like bidding and stuff.
Yeah, actually, they take a percentage of that. So I hate selling one-of-a-kind knives because I don't have many of my one-of-a-kind knives because C-Dub is generous. And somebody goes, hey, I'd love to buy that. And they keep at me. And they're like, all right, I guess so. Like,
Can
the
I read
prototypes.
you this comment, honey? It's nice to see that you guys are believers and put the Lord first. It makes me feel great about my purchase from the company.
Yeah, and that's the primary thing in my life is that's first, and then comes C-Dub, and then comes the kids, and then comes me. So, well, you guys are in that before myself thing too. I don't know. I wouldn't be anywhere in my life without that.
OG Blade Reviews said, hey, Tim, and don't forget to catch my recent Small Fixie Dozen review, which, of course, included the Agent 001 and Nighthawk. Y'all go check out his video. It popped
up on my feed this morning. I do need to watch it, and I could see the Agent grip and a Night Series grip. Ooh, so thank you for that. And, yeah, I need to watch it. I absolutely need to watch it. I mean, it is crazy. I sent a text to one of my business partners yesterday, like, I think we're just going to go drive for hours to a place where there's no cell phone service, and that's the only time we get to do anything other than work, because I wake up, it's emails, it's comments, it's order corrections, it's ordering this, it's getting ready. I'm at the shop by 7, but I'm down here in this room emailing way before that, 4 to 5, and then I mean, the emails and the social media and all that, those come in until you set your phone down, right? So, you know, we crash out 10, 11, 12, whatever the hell time it is at night, and sleep, and then get up and start it all over again. And then sometimes on the weekends we'll work. Sometimes she makes me do stuff for myself.
I finally relinquished a small folder of the emails to Grant to help us with some emails.
Yeah,
But Grant's been working here for over 2 years, so he knows
the product. Yep, he knows the product. He knows the processes. He knows where everything is in the processes.
We're having a hard time keeping up with all the emails, so hopefully this will help. He's going to do a folder like specific. Yeah,
like really detailed stuff that only somebody that's been here that long would know. So we're trying to get some help with that, because there's a million companies that you can hire that'll do that, but they don't know and they don't care about your product.
Yeah, I can't have somebody answering y'all that's like automated or somebody that doesn't know anything.
I mean, every time we add an employee, it seems like we need to add 2 more, because that highlights when we try to divide people's stuff.
Yeah, we need like 5 more people.
We really do. But then if we add 5 more people, that's 5 more salaries that have to go into blade making, and then we'll just be giving them away for free all the time. I mean, people had a heart attack. Like somebody sent a hateful freaking email about a $50 price increase. And that's cost. What about night supper?
I'm giving it away right now.
Ooh, I might be to win something, man. You think I could strap straps on the back of that refrigerator and just like carry it up the
Smoking
stairs?
rat rod.
Man, I want a smoking rat rod. I saw some rat rods yesterday on accident.
Yeah, we did. Just drove up on a car show. Tim went and hung out with his favorite car.
My very first car in my life was a 1969 Carmen Ghia. I restored it from a rust bucket, my dad and I, all the way to a show car.
Congrats, Smoking Rat Rod. You can send us an email.
He's not going to like my Volkswagen story because he's got a rat rod. Just saying, but...
Trust me, Kino, you cannot be listening to us while you're at church.
Yeah, there's other people that do that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, especially as irreverent as I can be sometimes. Oops. Yeah.
I think I have time for one more giveaway.
Do you? Man, 9 minutes. You better get on it.
No, Hunter, it's the Night Stalker.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There is a war going on my phone already for the butter knife. I'm like, nobody cares about the butter knife, and then everybody...
Hillbilly Scalpel says FLN, so that's what we'll do. Let's do it. Let's do it.
And now that I've got the sheaths kind of figured out on that thing, after we sent 99% of them.
Okay.
The thing is, I hold the key to the Piranha sheaths being awesome and the FLN sheaths being awesome now.
Storytime Sunday. What can we talk about?
I talked about something earlier, the refrigerator story. That was really the only thing. I'm sure there's something else crazy this week, or in my life that somebody wants to know about. It's been an interesting life. We talk about that. I've worked all over the globe and the United States and done a bunch of different stuff. And I just think it's normal. And everybody's like, that's so interesting. Really? Just an opinionated weirdo.
Opinionated weirdo.
That's it. That's what we should have named our knives. Why do some knife companies name their company like this?
Gospel in one ear, T.Kell in the other.
No. Man, you're going to get me in trouble with Jesus.
The Lord carried a 4-inch. Where did it go?
Everybody carries knives. I mean,
4-inch 1095 blade, pretty sure.
Yeah, Damascus, right? They were in that area. I mean, they were obviously making knives. Wasn't it Peter, old Petrovsky in Gethsemane? Isn't that right? Am I wrong? C-Dub, are you listening to me at all?
Yeah, it is Peter that cut off.
Okay, I needed confirmation.
That's what I tell you whenever you say you hate how your temper is. I go, well.
Peter, he had a temper, man. That dude, he cut an ear off. Y'all thought Van Gogh was the first. Nope, it was that Roman soldier. The OG CCW guy was a disciple of Jesus. Got him.
I doubt he was CCW.
If he wasn't concealed carrying that thing, why'd he get the drop on him? You know, he did. He defeated the garment, as I like to say. He just got him. Woo.
I bet your knives could cut off somebody's ear pretty easily.
I've done it 44 times. That's a lie. I totally made that up.
It's funny. Everybody's hashtagging FLN, and I haven't even put the word up there.
You're going to be like I would be and change it to something completely arbitrary. Maybe a hashtag McDonald's or something stupid like that. Kombucha.
Hashtag FLN. Why don't we just put that up there?
Hey, why not? Sounds like a good idea. Where'd you get that one? Man, I don't know. I just get the more stuff that comes out of the news, geopolitics, domestic politics. I mean, y'all are weird out there, man. What are you doing?
It only takes 6 pounds of force to remove an ear, Dustin says.
I heard it was 7.
That's not much.
I think he's an EMT, so he probably knows better than me. But I mean, who tested that? And how? Like, grip strings versus like snatching. Who figured that out? Did they wrap is that like a piece of string around it? Because that's going to reduce surface area and it's going to cut better.
Carry my SIG everywhere with me weird times. I don't know. I just feel like people are.
Yo, I had 2 SIGs on me yesterday. The X Macro 365
Respectfully Submitted keeps posting like Bible verses that have references to swords and stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, we didn't originate this. I think it's funny how people are like, you ripped off such and such's blade. I'm like, no, dog. They've been putting bird beaks on knives and spear points on knives and tontos on knives since like
Jeremy said they make an ear pull gauge.
Yeah, it's an ear pull gauge. They just clamp it on there and so I was like, all right, let's see. Oh man, that dude had a tougher ear than the last one. He was 8.5 pounds. Knife better get sharper.
If there was ever an EMP, we would drive to T.Kell Knives to place orders.
You know, look, y'all say that jokingly, probably, but I've had those weird conversations with C-Dub, like, okay, as strange as things are, if you look at historically when a hegemonic society fails and their dollar system or whatever it is, their monetary system collapses, it's always rebuilt with some new whatever. So what do we do in the meantime? Every 250 years, that's about the average of the reset. We're past that. So are we going to barter chickens? Like, I like to eat chicken. You know, the Seventh-day Adventists that are around here, that they don't even eat meat. I love vegetables. I can trade with them. That'll work. You want a knife for some zucchinis? Damn right, man. Bring me a case. Like, is that? Are we gonna get back to that? I know
we
it's
are
weird.
In the Seventh-day Adventist like capital of the world.
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Seventh-day Adventists made isn't their company like the owners of Little Debbie?
Yes.
Aren't they Seventh-day?
Yep.
So Little Debbie is in college jail, like 15 minutes from here.
And then
the college is in college jail. The Seventh-day Adventist college.
Lots of Seventh-day Adventist churches around here.
Tons.
We went yesterday to a Mennonite community. And you know what's crazy? So there's this YouTube channel that we watch, Appalachian, what is it called? Actually, our parents put us onto it. Anyway, so there was like this one store we went to, 2.5 hour, 3 hour drive, and literally no cell phone. So I'm like, I'm not taking the interstate to these places. It's like the oldest general store in the country, and they sell, handmade, homemade food. So we did that a few months ago. Yesterday, what was it called? Country Porch?
Yeah. It's
in this little tiny part of Monterey, Tennessee called Muddy Pond, and they make sandwiches and bakery goods, and it's a Mennonite store, Mennonite community. And I'm like, man, that is really cool. So we drove there, like just to get away from knives and snipers trying to kill people. So we just did it because we don't really have time to go on vacation. So we do these quick trips on.
Why did you write my name? Why did you write Suzanne? Like got 85.
Maybe he's.
So a lot of people are saying, what currency would you use to buy the knives?
I would think we would go to all of that, right?
Gold, food and water,
silver, right? Food, water. I mean, I would think like meat. I trade blades for venison now, straight up, for all kind of stuff. I traded blades this week with an employee for a pistol. I've done that twice with Stephen Clayton. I've done it a bunch with Sig and Seekins, and I don't know, anything that's useful, right? Certainly, damn sure not TikTok and social media, because I'm not trading for that. I don't know, just whatever that's useful. Because, I mean, I know that's like super fanciful, kind of like worst case scenario, SHTF, if you want to put a term to it. I mean, keeping your head buried in social media and not looking up every once in a while and having your head on a swivel to think stuff could go bad. People are like, you're crazy. That's never going to happen. Like, hello, World War II was not that freaking long ago. If you guys realize, that was the 40s.
No, I'm not giving up my T.Kell cat. No way.
I'll eat that thing.
Precious metal, 9mm, 10mm, 300 blackout, etc., etc.
Yeah, that's my kind of precious metals. Freedom seeds, man. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'm not like super like tin hat, but I've seen too much stuff in other countries and in history to not at least be somewhat cognizant of things.
Dustin said they also have a leather store that makes fantastic holsters. That we
Listen,
saw that. And
so check this out. That's what I was getting to. You go to pull into the country porch, and the driveway right before that is Urban Carry holsters. Insane.
That's what you use.
I carry, when I'm OWB, I love the Urban Carry lock leather. I can't get down with that G3. I don't really understand it. Maybe because I'm too fat. If I were skinnier, if you guys haven't seen that G3, it's like this thing. The premise is really cool. It goes inside your pants on your thigh, and it's got you pull it and it pulls the weapon up. But I got to defeat my belly. So my belly creates this like stoppage point. And I like Mennonite food too much, apparently, to be able to use the G3 holster. Kind of contradictory, right? Because Urban Carry is right next door. But across the street from there is this leather holster.
It's hashtag FLN
maker
for the FLN, Miguel. We've already done that sharp hashtag. It's hashtag FLN.
So when I've commented to C-Dub every time I order a lock leather holster from Urban Carry, I'm like, man, it gets here in one day. So I think it's just a manufacturing facility, because the company's apparently from Florida, but they're smart. I think they're using Mennonite's super awesome leather crafting skills as their labor. I think, because
Goonie, yes, there will be a trainer. I think we added those to the website.
I think the trainers are on there now. I think so. If they're not, we will.
If you go in the trainer section, there's a drop-down menu and just select your blade from there.
It was so nice to drive in the middle of freaking nowhere. I will not take interstates to do these things. I mean, it really wasn't but like 6 or 7 turns, but it's still 2.5 hours away, and in a different time zone, man. It was nice though.
Good morning, Tim and Suzanne. Just want to say you made my Christmas day happen recently.
Good morning.
Are you a striker guy?
Good morning.
Guy. That was a cool story. So this, I don't know if you are, but one of our customers, we accidentally shipped 2 blades to him, and he was honest and told us about it.
Yeah.
And he called me from the UPS store, like, can I get the address of this person? Because he was going to forward the package to that person.
Is that weird to ask people to do that? There's been a couple times, I'm going to cut her off, where we've done that, where our daughter does a lot of the shipping, and then sometimes you've got 150 orders in front of you and you print the same label twice and anyway, it happens. I've done it. Everybody in the company's done it. But less than 10 times in the 20, 30,000 knives.
Okay, so yeah, that is him. So I
ask, I say, would you mind if I'm going to send you a return label for you being honest? Can I just send you a label? If you're going to put it in the mail anyway, do you mind sending it on to the person who is supposed to get it? And C-Dub's always like, that is so weird.
No, so he called and I looked up the order and it had already been canceled. So that may have been why we accidentally shipped it to him, because it was probably a cancellation sitting to the side.
I didn't hear the update.
And I said, hey, do you want a striker? Because I was like, man, you were already honest. Now you're at the UPS store for us.
Oh, wow.
The order was canceled, so guess what? You want to
Good call, C-Dub. So, yeah, you're welcome. And thanks for being honest. I mean, I am that type of dude. If you send me something wrong, or I walk out of the store and there was something on the bottom of my cart that you didn't ring up, I'm going back in. That's just me.
Yeah, I know somebody said we're over 2 hours. I know. We're just yammering on.
So sorry to be talking too much. Anyway, yeah, so I bet DP was talking about the place across the street. I guess he's been to the country porch. I actually did say that. I saw a vehicle that looked like his on the way back. I was like, is that Dustin?
Okay, I need Tim to say striker one more time in the Aussie accent.
I think I'll just do it at work tomorrow and you can hear it then. You know, I said somebody else.
No, that's Mark King.
Striker. I mean, it is wicked, right? That's it, right? Do we have any questions, comments, moans, and groans before I go and spend the rest of my weekend?
That's why we're stalling. We don't want to go mess with.
We don't want to do this stupid refrigerator.
Let's just stay here.
Anybody? Let's do that. Hashtag refrigerator and give away that freaking $1,700 refrigerator so I don't have to carry it up the stairs by my damn self. I know the guys in the shop are like, just ask for my help. I'm like, no.
Yeah, maybe we could let them help us tomorrow.
Maybe we employ them to make knives, not do our personal biddings.
Mini striker would be epic.
Like this mini. Let's do one like this. Oh shit! Damn, Carson. Just look at that. It cut a hole in my chair.
Justin Tilson, FDE grips need something to match my FN 510.
Get the wood grain, because that's coyote, earth brown, and black. It'll match. Oops. Hey. This is not a good way to store these. Okay, just kidding. We're not doing.
April piranhas. We're going to be shipping those in no time, right, honey? Because we got sheets going.
Yeah, man.
Probably next week. Right?
Yeah, I hope so. Provided the post office does not screw up everything with the Kydex, we should have those. Like, I'll just burp on camera, like whatever. You guys don't care, right? Oops! I was trying to grab a miniature knife and then dropped Forged AF blade, tipped down on the ground.
And never grabbed the mini knife?
Oh, you want to see it?
You went over there to grab it.
This got sent to you because you...
Jacob said we can move it tomorrow. It'll take 15 minutes.
Yeah, but are you going to transfer all the shit in it? What? Oh, look at him.
What about April CGs?
This thing is the size, and we haven't started CGs. Well, we have the blades. We just haven't started building them out to ship yet. It's cute. It's a for real knife. Spyderco.
I feel like I can just keep everybody on when I don't do the giveaway. They're all waiting for it.
Oh, that's what it is. That's why they're still here. They have no care about anything.
All right, let's do it. We're just going on.
We're just stalling.
All righty, for the FLN, and then we're going to jump off.
Oh. Yeah, I got to do something different. I got to put magnets on that. That's too precarious.
Vicky said that may fit my hand, LOL.
Yeah, right. Pinky wrap. Man, I really wanted to do some more precision shooting today with my Seek and stuff, but guess what? I'm going to precisely kill myself with this. I looked at the dimensions on the stupid fridge. It's like 35 cubic feet. And I'm like, that's above average. No wonder it didn't fit at Mom's house.
Like the most giant fridge ever.
Well, here's how this happened. Let's talk about the state of things. I ordered what would have fit from Lowe's.
Darth Nerf Herder. You won the FLN. Send us an email.
The most Star Wars reference I've ever heard. Ever. Anyway, go ahead. You won. Darth.
Tim, what's the best 1,000-meter gun in caliber?
Look, man, I love a Creedmoor. My 1,000-meter gun is the Seekins Havoc Hit, which is incredible. They guarantee half MOA at 1,000 yards, which, if you don't understand, that is insane. And I consistently shoot sub MOA inside of 500 yards with crappy range ammo, like half. And it's and I was doing that last weekend standing on a tripod. So, you know, that's a lot of movement. If I was prone and just on a bipod or even bags, that thing's a laser. I mean, it's like, but I've got a Seekins SP10, which is their bolt gun that they say is just gas gun in a 6.5 Creedmoor that they say is just as accurate as the bolt.
What about best home defense rifle?
I think a 300 blackout and a 6-inch barrel. You've got a 30 cal. You've got nasty freaking ballistics. And in a short barrel where you can maneuver through hallways, I think a 300 blackout is primo. I've got a SIG Rattler because it's bufferless. It doesn't have a buffer tube. It's my gosh, I can't even think. Anyway, I'm sounding like an idiot, but anyway, the stock folds, so you don't have to have the buffer tube. Gosh, I can't even think of. I'm tired.
What are you trying to think of? Maybe I can.
That bolt carrier style. That's freaking
piston.
Yes, gosh, piston.
I didn't
gas
say that.
piston.
Somebody else said that.
Thanks for making me look.
Where's the
less
store
like
you
an
went to
idiot.
in Tennessee? My son does those type of weekend trips, and he would love to go to a new place for food.
It's called the Country Porch, and it's in Monterey, Tennessee.
No, it is? I thought it was in Muddy Pond.
It may come up as Muddy Pond, but I think the parent address is Monterey. Muddy Pond or Monterey. Really
we
cool.
went there, and then we also went to another place called
R.M. Brooks?
R.M. Brooks, and it was like this. Both of the places had really good food.
Yeah, they did. Because they're making it fresh.
They're basically like you drive for a few hours and you're in the middle of nowhere, and
then you
look,
go, boop, and stores in the middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
That's really cool. That little Mennonite community.
We
right
never
around
did
there
show
was
the
neat.
Raider and Combatant. Do you want to do that real quick?
Yeah, since everybody. Did you already do the giveaway? Suzanne?
Yeah, we're done. We're done, but we forgot to do that.
There's still people on here? Even if we're done? How many is a few?
250, 240.
So, yeah, they actually might like us.
What if we did like an all-day live, all-day Sunday?
Man.
So crazy.
Because our whole life is knives every day of the week, and on Saturdays I try to do a couple things, but then that's if somebody else isn't in need. So what you'll notice is a very similar length. This is a more aggressive blade. So the Combatant is got a thinner tip, more aggressive, higher grind. They both have a 3-finger style grip. So we use this grip on a lot of our blades. Striker.
Jeremy said Lowe's delivery guy left a vanity on our porch that should have been delivered 4 miles from here on a different road a couple weeks ago. My gosh.
Insane.
That's
so
crazy.
We ordered this thing at a Lowe's 100 miles from here because it was on the way down to Mom and Dad's house because they needed a fridge. So, and then the Combatant's got a 3-finger grip too. So there they are side by each platform. Lengthwise, they're almost identical. I think they're like an 1/8 of an inch difference. But so we get to Lowe's, and this is 4 hours after I ordered the thing, right? And it says we'll have it ready within 3 hours. But we didn't get the notification at all that it was ready. And I'm like, this is weird. And C-Dub says they probably don't even have the thing. I'm like, well, they sold it to us.
No, they're not interchangeable. EDC grips fit differently than Combatant grips.
Yeah, they don't fit. See how there's 2 finger wheels on this thing? Look.
But the EDC grips fit Strikers, Taylor's Ridge, Raiders, and that's it, right? That we have now.
Warthog.
All
Guardian.
right, we'll never finish the refrigerator story.
We're going to finish it right now. We're going to finish it. So anyway, we show up. Obviously, C-Dub is correct. They didn't have it. So we go in there and we talk to this, I don't want to say lady, girl, kid, TikTok fan, apparently, and say, hey, we're here to pick up our refrigerator. We didn't get the notification yet. And then she goes, it's not ready yet, Ben. And I'm like, well, we're here now. It's been 4 hours. Can you just, somebody go in the back and get it? Well, that's the thing. I don't know what to do because it's not ready. And when it's ready, they'll just bring it up here. And I'm like,
can you find out?
But we're here. Can you find out? And she literally, this is the customer service counter, looks like
dead. Like, what are they talking about?
And looks down at her phone. Like, somehow TikTok is going to tell her how to communicate with humans outside of her phone. And she's and I'm just like, can you call somebody and tell them, hey, it's got to be in the back. Just put it on a dolly, wheel it. I'll meet them in the back. I'll help them pick it up. Look, I can do it. Can we?
And we go by there and they're like, oh,
so I go to
that.
So then, yeah, Suzanne just kind of taps on. She goes, I don't think you're going to get any help here. Because she literally is just standing there like, it didn't show up here. So I don't know how to call a manager or a person that can say, yes, we'll bring it up. I'm like, oh, and by the way, I used to be a manager at Lowe's. And I'm going to tell you something, in 15 years, they done gone like down here. No, it's been 20 years. Gosh, I'm old. Whew, man. So we go back to appliances. I walk over to people in appliances. I'm like, hey, here's this order. Can you grab this for me so we can go? Because it's not up front. Crickets again. So I don't know. And they're just looking like, doesn't compute. I have to do work. And you're like, man, this is crazy. This is insane. So the one guy is just befuddled that I'm asking him a question. Like, what are you doing here trying to buy things? So this one girl walks out, goes, I got to go do something. Okay, bye. Whatever. I guess we're not here with our $1,700 we spent. I'm trying to get my mom a refrigerator. Do you understand that I paid for this? Well, they sold us a display. Suzanne kind of pulled me to the side and goes, listen, if we're not like overly, superly nice and tell these idiots, she didn't say idiots, tell them that they're doing a great job at being horrible, we're never going to get any help. I said, you're going to have to do that because we're all about customer service here. So I'd be bending over backwards. I would have already been in the back. Like, let me find these people's stuff.
That's how I feel, Goonie. He's a bunch of bots in this world.
Yeah.
That's how it feels.
They felt like they were all doped out on whatever SSRI that they're on. Like, I don't have your refrigerator. I'm like, what in the hell is happening to our workers in this world? I was blown away that our new guys are not that way. Like, wow, you are under 40 and smart, comprehensive, hardworking, and respectful. Do you have friends? Please call them and send them here. So she goes, I'm just going to have to reach down deep and act like this lady is being the most awesome person I've ever met in my life. And thank you so much for not doing shit for me. You're awesome at being horrible to try to get anything. So long story short, I'm just like, look here. I'm going to walk around with the tape measure and find one that's this height. Can you sell me? They had one refrigerator, one in stock. And I'm like, I canceled the order on the phone and said, here, will you take money in exchange for that one? Sure. Okay. So we get down there. There's another 40 miles from there, I think, to get from that Lowe's to the thing. And I'm like, I don't even care right now that we've paid for 2 refrigerators today. We'll get that settled. Eventually we'll get our money back. We get down there. I'm like, yay. I cut the cabinets because it's like this much too tall. Take the box off.
This is too long, honey.
And then I go,
get off of here.
I'm like, oh shit, it's 4 inches too wide. So I had to drive it back home 160 miles. And it's been under my deck since. So thanks, Lowe's.
All right, let's jump off of here, honey. This is
how many people clicked off on this
Everybody clicked off on this story. Let's go.
How many you got left? I'm
200 and something.
No, everybody didn't click off. They want to know how terrible Lowe's is. Gosh, she hates y'all. She was... Anyway, have a good day.
What are NPC people?
What?
What are NPC people? Most people are NPCs nowadays. Nighthawks, we'll release those when we sell all the other Nighthawks.
We have them. We have everything done, but we're not selling it.
Respectfully submitted. They get that brain lock look. Brain lock because they're trying to decide if what you're asking is offensive. A, yes. Offensive. B, part of their job. C, a YouTube prank.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Yeah, I've had them be offended that I wanted my food that I ordered. You're being mean to me.
Yes.
Sorry. Here, let me cut.
At least you know behind the scenes we're still fun.
No, okay, let's turn it off now. All right,
have a great day,
y'all.
guys. Thanks again.
Sorry.
See ya. Bye.